Be on in a second.
There we go. Yep.
So first things first, Purser is going to clamber through the hole and start burning more eggs and nests.
Okay, fair enough. We can safely say the one little batch that you missed, you have successfully torched. And
Just want to make sure to get everything.
yeah.
So Talis goes over and takes a seat because everything hurts.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, guys. I could use some R&R.
I will say there is as you noticed previously, there is a very deep, like, almost vibrating the walls humming coming from the room in this direction.
We know. We're just gonna take it. Purser's killing things, so Is there more stuff in here?
Who knows?
Do I see a tunnel?
Could be.
Nick wants to go through the nests and see if anything, because I see a broken barrel in here, and see if anything neat's in the piles.
Guys,
Yes, still tell us.
there's a tunnel.
Secret?
It doesn't look super secret, but it's right here.
Beat me to it.
Keep an eye on it. Let's finish up in here and we'll check it out.
She eyes it very hard, just for Purser.
Okay. I heard that there may be little hands rummaging through the trash pile.
Absolutely. There might be treasures in that trash.
I avoid setting fire to the one she's in until after she's gone.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, give me an investigation check. Ah. Okay. You find a very big jug. Like
Ooh.
as probably big enough for like Purser could sit down in it if he crouched down.
Ooh.
That's a weird metric.
Yeah,
It's one
man-sized.
Purser big.
One Purser
American-
big.
It's one
Please,
person,
anything
one
but
unit
metric.
purser.
Well, given how tiny she is, I figured. But let's see here. Yeah, it's a cool jug with like a bunch of like little
Oh.
ceramic plugs in it and stuff, and it looks neat. It's big. And rummaging around, you also find a lot of like very ancient-looking giant coinage, which, if you were to translate it into modern currency, here is what you would find.
So on another note, to retcon the actions I've just taken, I'm actually not doing anything for an hour unless I get healing, because I am on 0 HP.
That's true. Purser is currently slowly
Look,
recovering.
I can't
I
can't help you right now, man.
I know. I just wanted to
You
clarify
saved
that I'm
him.
not actually doing anything.
So
Nick
I
will
mean,
bring her loot over to
to his body. Look, Purser.
look, purser.
It's a big old jug.
Also,
Who seems to manage the money the most? Satalis?
I don't remember who's been managing the money.
I
I don't think we've
know.
had enough money to manage.
We don't have an
Until-
economy to use the money yet. So.
Well, she knows that they like the coins more than she doesn't care. She's just like,
Yeah.
I found
Mhm.
these and I know they use them, so she's gonna go present them, I guess, to the closest person, who is, I guess, Purser looks very bad. Can I use a medicine roll to help him? I don't have medicine, but
If you want to risk making it worse, he'll
no,
wake
no,
up
no,
in an
bad idea.
hour.
You'd need a healer's kit to actually restore any hit points to me. I'm stable, it's just I need time to
Yeah.
recuperate.
Yeah.
go-
I'm
Oh.
like barely conscious.
make him comfy and then stack all the money next to him.
Just like the
like a
lemons.
nest. Yeah, it's
Uh,
like the lemon.
Looking here in the center of the room, this is kind of it is kind of weird, because it's like this circle is sort of slanted and bouncy a little bit when you step on it. And then you look up and you see that while it's currently like solid and shut, there is a blood glass like a circular glass I guess portal above it that seems like maybe this is some kind of magical lift. Um, it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. Just seems to be like resolutely stuck there, but you know, something to keep in mind. There might be more levels to this place.
She'll stand on it. She'll attempt a couple things that are just for funsies, like holding her arms up and expecting it to carry her up, clicking at it to go up, and jumping up and down on it.
Since
It does
Purser's
bounce a
sleeping,
little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, Purser is unconscious for now.
yeah, since he's sleeping, I guess Bemmy would go through with his kukri and just start smashing whatever eggs aren't hatched yet. He would do
Okay.
it.
Fair
Just to make
enough.
sure.
Yeah.
Restore the continuity.
Because Purser, I'd be like, you know what? What would Purser do? I'd be like, yep, those are pretty bad bugs. We don't want none more of them. Okay, smash, smash.
Smashy, smashy. Yeah, while you're doing that, Talis could give me a perception check.
I'd love to.
You hear, like
Everything.
faint, and it is faint because, like, the more you listen in, the more loud it sounds in that, at the end of this tunnel. But you hear familiar, like, kind of almost metallic, like squealing and chittering, which was the sound that you heard when those horrible bug things were trying to rip you apart.
Guys, there's more bugs coming.
It's not getting
Like
louder,
now?
but there's probably down at the end of this tunnel.
There's more bugs in like down here. Just so that we all are aware that this is not done. We're not finished. We haven't won yet.
But let's not go down there yet.
Well, that is fine.
Yep.
I need to take a breather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys would
I
all have
know
time for a short rest.
I know that Purser needs a breather because he's breathing and he needs more breathing.
That's true. If he wants to stay breathing, he needs a breather. So yeah, what do
I'm
you
gonna
guys
take a
want to
short
do?
rest and get my channel divinity back.
Okay, do you want a short rest? Just plop yourself down there and just kind of close your eyes and drift off?
No,
No.
I'm gonna come up here. I'll go sit by Purser.
Okay, that's fair.
Is Pick able to carry the giant jug or drag the giant jug she found?
Give me a strength check. It is big. Yeah, once again, Pick is probably one of the strongest among you, and is easily able to drag this over. Very quite excited chittering noises. It's a very ornate like jug. Like it looks like it's ceramic, like really fine ceramic, but given the rather indelicate way Pick is like dragging it, bumping over the steel floor, slamming into things, it's not cracking at all. It seems very sturdy.
She's just very excitedly dragging it back this way like it is the most prized piece of loot that she's found. And she's like, this is a soup pot big enough to make soup for everyone in the
It
village.
is, yeah.
So she's going to rest it lovingly against this wall and then go sit with the people that are resting.
I mean, Bemmy's gonna look at this thing and he's like, well, how come it's got so many corks?
What?
Shrugs with all four little hands.
Purser's
Okay.
gonna need more than an hour.
Is this for soup? Maybe you put a reed in and drink soup.
If after the first hour he doesn't wake up, I'll just do that.
Okay.
You have to wake up. There's no option. Get up.
Still.
Yes.
We
He
win.
sits up and all the coins fall off him, stacked all over him.
These are giant-sized coins too, so they're like you have like
Like
basically like
dinner plates.
yeah, like dinner plates like sliding off you. Sit up.
We're still alive.
Foul.
There are more bugs though, so you might want to,
Good. We'll just lie back down.
What do you mean good? What is wrong with you?
I did not mean to do that.
Okay. Now's your chance. Purser's weak. Never strike. But yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Well,
Your rest goes by
Yo.
uneventfully.
I was about to say, if y'all need hit dice and you haven't used your hit dice, you should use some hit dice.
Purser
Testing,
hasn't taken a
testing.
short rest,
Okay.
so no.
Yeah, you guys can hear me now.
There you go. Yeah, now I can hear you. I thought you were really quiet. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we will take another hour so that you can do that. So go ahead and use
as
some
long
new
as
hit
everyone else is
dice.
fine with that.
Yeah, we're fine with it. We promise you.
Yeah. These bugs are
Please.
taking their sweet fucking time to get in here.
Who knows?
DM
Maybe they don't know you're there.
is another short rest successful.
Well, let's see here. Let's see.
See, we just spent a couple hours recuperating.
Okay. So, near the end of that short rest, there is something that's kind of clattering out and seems to freeze in confusion and horror at the smell of smoke. And you guys hear like all of a sudden very loud like shrieking and noises in the room that was filled with the now smashed eggs.
Demi knocks an arrow and aims straight for the hole.
So would Purser get his hit dice?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Ba-doop. Boop-ba-doop. Boop-ba-doop. Okay.
And one sec here.
And we'll also regain a second level spell slot.
So, if everyone would be so kind as to roll initiative.
I will never go first, ever. Not once.
Oh, not with me playing today.
Honestly, regular dice have always been so unkind to me. I'm just amazed when I don't die and I don't fail horribly. I'm just thrilled. Even if I miss, I'm like, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
I don't care if I go first. I'm just pleased I can't fail this.
Nope, didn't mean to do that. Ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boop.
And oh, not bad. Okay, let's descending. All right, Bemi, it is your turn, and you've knocked an arrow because you heard screeching and just upset noises coming from the other room. By the way, this door, so to speak, basically closes if you don't melt a hole in it. So you would be hearing this through a closed door.
Okay, all right.
I
So
would say it's perfectly acceptable for Purser to have melted a hole in it again, but I'm just giving you a heads up that it like does basically reclose itself.
Well,
know
I was
what,
unconscious
guys?
for that first hour, depending on how long it takes to close up.
Yeah, the first hour is basically when it closed, and the second hour is if you wanted to open it up.
I mean, there's no point in opening it back up until after we're all done and ready, so I'll open it again after we're done resting.
Gotcha. Okay, alrighty.
Well,
so yeah,
I
what do you
mean,
want to do?
if it's on the other side, it's like that's okay. It can stay closed. I don't need to. We don't need to open that up because unless these bugs are smart enough to open the door,
That's
you
true.
just keep it closed.
That's
You
true.
raise a good point here, Bemmy. Perhaps we should best press on elsewhere.
I wonder if the other room is connected.
If it is, they are over here now and not over there.
We can certainly try.
But yeah, while this discussion's happening, Bemmy, do you just have your arrow knocked? Anything you want to do?
I'm going to move down here to the other door.
Gotcha. Okay.
Here.
And it is
Here-ish.
this guy's turn. He has heard stuff, so he's gonna be skittering.
Skitter, skitter, skitter.
Get to here nicely. Okay, Purser.
I'm just gonna follow Bemmy. Limping my way along. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Impressively not
Even
limping.
dash. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's the state of Purser's clothes at this point? He has to look like somebody threw him into a shredder.
Yeah, it will require some mending. But that's a problem for next time. When we get out of this godforsaken jungle.
Fair enough. Pick what would
During-
you like to do?
During our next long rest, he'll like angrily be sewing it.
Pick, you with us?
Yes. Hello?
It's your turn.
Yes, you are fluttering. I see that.
I
Are you
am
actually? I should
catching up
ask.
to them.
Are you flying? Or are you like running?
Flying.
Flying. Okay. How high up?
Oh, probably
Ceilings are about 60
25.
feet here. Okay,
Probably like 25 feet.
gotcha. All right.
Just to try keep an eyeball in both directions.
One here.
And pull out the short bow and ready a shot. Not sure at what yet.
Okay.
I think that is all.
Do you have eyeballs?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably
Yes.
has a shit ton of eyeballs.
She has eyes. She's got lots of eyes. And yeah, this thing is going around still very upset. It's not on fire, so it's just confused. This one is going to join the rest of the swarm and try and figure out what's happening. All right, Sitalis, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm following my friends.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do we have a plan? Anything resembling a plan?
Don't die.
That's not a plan. That is a goal.
Way of life.
That is also a goal, not a plan.
And is to open the next door, see what's on the other side, run if it's more big bugs.
Okay, that's a plan. Appreciate it.
You're most
Okay.
welcome. If you have
Is-
any addendums to the plan, please voice them now.
I would say you guys pretty much have to be psychically communicating because even this close to the wall, it's like you need to be shouting. Luckily, Sitalis isn't required to shout anymore after the wild magic surge last time, but it still would be helpful to communicate in a non-psychic fashion. Okay, anything else, Sitalis?
No, not right now.
Okay, Ludger, what would you like to do?
I beat feet, I guess.
Gotcha.
30. And wanna what? I'm gonna keep pace with Satalis and bring up a rear, and have a ready to action to shoot my crossbow if any like bug thing pops out of the walls. And with that, I end my turn.
All right, top of the order. Bemi, what would you like to?
Well, continue towards this door.
Okay.
And yeah, ready in action with my bow. In case something horrible happens.
Okay. This one here is rather upset and is still trying to catch up, see what the heck's going on. Purser, what would you like to?
I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 move up, and I'll start bonfiring my way through the door.
Okay. Let's see.
Can I make the opening like at the edge of the wall?
Yeah, just ping where you would like it to be. Yeah, that's absolutely where you could do that. Let's see, blood glass.
Just
Okay.
rather
Able
than
to
in the
heat.
middle like last time.
So melting a 5-foot square takes approximately 1 minute.
Yep. Oh, that's the wrong color. Yep, I'm just gonna start doing that, and
All right. Pick. What would you like to do?
I'm going to continue. Come on, map. Why you gotta be this way, man? Can't really. Okay, now I can see the squares. Fly back to here, behind Purser, and aim into the opening that he's making.
Fair enough. By the way, I would say if I don't think it's relevant right now, but if there was people doing multiple like castings of bonfire or something like that, multiple heat sources, you could have the time for each additional cantrip or whatever heat source is being used. But cool. These guys are doing their things, all pretty horrified at what they find. What kind of monsters would do this? They're not actually
We're
smart enough to.
spreading democracy.
And Satalis, what would you like to do?
Guess I'll just action dash to be up with the rest of the group.
That is fair.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, Ludger, what would you like to do?
Same thing as before. Keep pace with. Oh, we're sprinting. Yeah, I will sprint too then. Keep pace
Gotcha.
with the rest of the party.
Okay. Well, rather than go through 10 rounds of bugs cannot get at you, although they are doing things in various places, we will just say that 10 rounds pass and you now have a door into that lovely area. Still longer locked door is open.
Oh. Oh boy. We see dead things.
that horse skeleton is very large.
Pretend it's a dinosaur skeleton. Yeah, there's
Let's say, who
surprisingly
brought
limited skeleton options.
Yeah.
So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go inside
Deb
Okay.
wants to go in.
quietly.
That is surprisingly easy because it is so loud in here you can barely hear yourselves think. Like go climbing in here, there's so much noise coming from all of these arcane cannons, which all seem functional, unlike the other one. Seems like whatever blow there was hit the other side pretty hard. These are all lit up and humming with power.
So, how is it that we are psychically connected?
We
Is
don't
it
have like a
through-
network. They have to like talk to us first for us to respond.
Yeah. it's
Okay.
Back and forth.
All right.
Sure that at this point, Pick would just ping every few minutes and then translate between easily. Just getting used to it. I don't know if Satalis would want to do that, but Pick wouldn't care. She just pokes like, hey. And then they
I
can say
mean-
something if they want to, and then she can translate between them.
If it's so loud that we can't even think straight, it would definitely, I would switch to that 100%.
So yeah, how
Fair
loud
enough.
is it?
Yeah, it's loud enough that you would have to like be bellowing at each other to be overheard.
Okay, I'm gonna like pull out some bits of wax and stuff them in my ears.
Honestly, that does help. Sorry, go ahead, Bimmy.
Yeah. As soon as Bemmy would hear either Silly or Cha Cha say, hey ho, in his brain, he'd be like, I found 2 openings. I'm pretty sure there's more bugs behind here. We best be careful.
Do we want to fight Bug?
We just
Everybody?
don't want to, but I think we're gonna have to.
And we fight Bug.
Purser looks concerned.
Over here
Doesn't
on the
say
wall.
anything.
Yeah. Over here on the wall, Bemmy, just doing a quick look around the room in addition to like the smell is not great in here also. There's like, enormous dead pigs and the mostly picked clean skeletons of things. This looks like it was like a larder of some kind for meat. And in addition to these enormous humming like artifice things, you see a vaguely humanoid figure, probably about 6 feet roughly, against the wall. It looks like it's kind of, almost looks like it'd be a suit of armor, but you know that if it was a suit of armor for the giants, it would not be that small, and they typically didn't give their drow that level of like protection. It looks more like something made of like stone and brass, just stationary against the wall. But really, besides all the bones and these enormous humming like cannon-like things, that's the only thing of note in this room at the moment.
Can we go in?
Are we still in initiative?
We are. Yep. I'm just trying to.
Oh.
It's a weird thing, but I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else, Benny?
Communicate what I saw, the bronze statue, along with the 2 openings.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll go elsewhere and see if maybe these guys have decided to do some stuff. Okay. Purser.
I'm gonna step in beside Bemmy and take a look around.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
it's just as loud as it's almost vibrating under your boots. Like it's just really loud in here.
Mm-hmm. So, I think Purser's attention, because we've seen the cannons before. They're not, I mean, they're interesting, but nothing too crazy. Aside from the fact that they're on. But his attention is immediately drawn to the humanoid thing on the wall. And,
Okay.
well, head over there and take a closer look at it.
Okay. What are you trying to interact with, or right now you're just appraising?
Yeah, just observing and seeing what I can glean from a pure visual inspection.
Okay. Yeah, your money would be on it some kind of construct, but without really, really giving it a once over proper, aka like an Arcana check or something. You're not sure.
Yeah, I'm certainly willing to do that if I have time.
Okay.
The 20.
Yeah. You're dead certain. Definitely some kind of construct, and you're not sure if it's like active or like what its purpose would be, but the two enormous shields on its arms make you think maybe it's defensive in some measure, but
It doesn't have like machine guns or hands or anything.
it does not have machine guns for arms or chainsaws.
Mm,
But
okay.
yeah.
Is there an obvious way to turn it on, or is it
It,
arcane in every sense of the word?
yeah, it's such things are a mystery to you
Okay,
at the
we'll
moment.
have
You
more
need
time
more
to look
experience
at it
with
later.
that drow friend of yours to really master such things like that. But yeah, turning it on is harder than you think.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Um, go in.
Yeah, you have to flutter down to the ground to like crawl through this. Actually, you don't have to really crawl through it. You can more or less just duck your head a little bit. You do have to go down to ground level to come out here and then
Get in.
flutter up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for movement's sake, but yeah, this is a
And
strange place.
yes, I will use dash and go look just to fill out that side of the stuff. But
Fair enough.
nothing looks like over there. Do I see over
You
this?
don't. Yeah, you don't see anything here at the moment. It just looks like another tunnel.
Okay. Nothing exciting over in the corner, so she's content with that. And I think that is, I mean, she'll keep her crossbow out and stuff and keep looking back at them.
Is it a crossbow or is it a short bow? I'm sorry.
Or short bow, sorry.
Okay, no, like
I was looking at
just
crossbow feats earlier and it was stuck in my brain.
Gotcha. Okay. And then we will
And
go
check out these giant bones, because that's
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah, they are dinosaur bones.
That's all.
Okay. This guy. I get to here. Ah. All right, Satalis, what'd you like to do?
I guess just keep following my fiends. So. 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Oh. Oh, God. She's like, she kind of covers her ears, and I think she'll also stuff like something in her ears because it's awful in here, you know?
It is, yeah, it's like in here, realistically, you think, wow, somebody could be doing crazy stuff next door and you would not hear it. But yeah, anything else?
No?
Okay, Ludger, what would you like to
So
do?
no? I
Ludger,
am
bud?
good.
And anything else? If you're talking,
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you, Ludger.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I
Yes.
Yeah.
can.
I don't know why my mic's being fucking retarded. Uh, yeah, I was just saying, walk in, instantly have motor pool flashbacks, with all the noise. But yeah, he's not really like super interested in all that stuff. He just keeps his crossbow ready. He does have an eye on the robot thing here, half expecting it to suddenly come alive and start attacking us or some shit. But other than that, he just keeps watch over the room.
Okay. Bemmy, what would you like to do?
Okay. Staying as much out of sight as possible, since he's getting that constant ping in between. You know, uh, second communication. He's going to let everybody know he's going to check out this portion of the tunnel, get a closer look, and see if he can't get some reconnaissance.
Okay.
Oh, here. Still having an arrow knocked. That's about as close as I'm going to go. Can't quite see anything yet, but we're getting there. Next turn, I'll be able to see around that corner. And that's where I will end it.
Okay. All right, Purser.
So, I've had a little bit of time to mull over the cannons. Is there a way to fire them for us?
Probably, yeah. You're not sure the details of how, but something must fire them. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna see what I can figure out. I won't like hit the big red button, but
Okay.
I'll try and figure out how to do it and then be ready because I have a feeling that it might be useful.
Yeah. Give me another Arcana check and see if you can find the big red button first.
23.
Yeah, so your first take on this is that um, these cannons are probably very quick in firing, would be your take. Like there's arcane artillery everywhere created during the last war.
Mm-hmm.
These ones probably have a much faster reload element, just based on the fact that you don't see anywhere to actually load something in. Um, you think with like if you really knew how to do this, you could maybe take a fair amount of time off or just do it with less people. Although being made for giants, that's kind of tricky.
Does it seem like it's ready to fire now?
It does. Like the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end as you step on here, and there's definitely a sense of like frustration and contained energy in these cannons right now.
And how do they rotate? Is it just like on a bearing platform, or what's the deal there?
You're fairly certain it's on a bearing platform, but it's one of those where like you test it with your foot, and you're not sure if you're not strong enough, or maybe it's jammed or something, but it doesn't move right now.
Yeah, Purse is fairly confident that it's the former, with his whole 8 strength, and
Yeah.
the fact that it probably weighs at least 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So
Could be.
I'm just gonna start pushing on it to
Okay.
try and angle it toward the tunnel, and I'm like backing over to whoever else can see me doing that. It's like I'll call out, not expecting anyone to hear me over the noise, but come help me! Ah!
Ludger will come help him.
Okay, yeah, on your turn, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a strength check there, Purser.
10.
Yeah, it's not moving right now, but you feel confident that something could happen if enough force is exerted. You feel confident in that thought process. You're still not. I would say with a 23, you think if you um, pump like there's almost certainly a way to fire this properly, but you're confident that if you just pump like even a first level spell slot into it, you can get the thing to fire. Just basically
Excellent.
brute forcing it. So yeah. And which way are you trying to push it towards this spot right here?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, yeah. So like the barrel would swing around and pop Bemmy if he's unlucky. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
you don't have to sell me more on it.
oh. Okay. Pick. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna come back over here, see what they're doing. I don't know if she'd necessarily know what they were up to. I'm gonna give her. They look like they're pointing that.
Mercer is trying to like hold up the wall or something. You're not sure what he's trying to do. Oh. He's like really pushing against it. His feet are like sliding under him.
I guess she'll go land next to him and eyeball him and then give him help.
You go ahead and give me a strength check. See if you can your little arms can help here.
No.
Wings start flapping faster.
Yeah, little flutter wings, like feet not on the ground but pushing. Definitely the most
Yeah.
efficient way to help.
Yeah, it's it looks impressive. It definitely looks, obviously Pick is doing her best. But there
Maximum
is no movement
power.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's the full excitement of that. Maximum power.
All right. So there's some skittering as something skitters out and looks horrified as it sees like there's people here. There wasn't people here before. So it skitters forward a little bit more with its dash. And yeah, there's something hostile that came out of a tunnel to the north.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Guys?
Hmm.
I point at the bug that just appeared.
Cursor will stop pushing when the Sultanas points out that they're not coming from that tunnel. Just what we like
Rather
to see.
rude of them, really. Yeah, it's tough.
Okay. So I guess
There is some bugs charging at you guys. Very upset.
I'm gonna go ahead and just, cast Toll the Dead on this one.
Okay.
And they are at full health.
That's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, he succeeds. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, is that half damage or sucker save? I think it's
It's
sucker
sucker
save, but I
save.
wanted to check. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sucker save.
Okay. Ludger, what would you like to do? You've seen some things happening.
Yep. Udger immediately rushes forward to deal with the giant bug things.
Fair enough.
He is going to shoot it with his trusty cat seat.
Okay.
Boom. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, the shot goes a little wide as you're running up to meet it in combat.
Okay. Let me take that crossbow bolt off. And then I will try stabbing it with my bayonet.
Gotcha.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just its chitin exoskeleton is harder than you thought as your blade just scratches down one of its like scythe-like front claws and it screams in your face.
Yep.
Not that you can hear it very
Yep.
well.
Yeah. I end my turn.
Okay. Bemi, what would you like to do?
Yeah. Let's see. I am right here. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right here. And this is my first time attacking with a longbow, so I get to do it twice.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot this guy.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, there we go.
Nice. That definitely hits.
Okay, and the second one. Very nice.
That also hits, yeah.
And boom. All right, 15 points of damage.
Pretty darn good for an opening, yeah. Take that off. Yeah, you definitely injure it, and it looks pretty upset by that injury. And anything else?
No.
Yeah, there's 2 arrows like sticking out of the parts of it that are not covered by that chitin, and it's just like screaming, the sound lost in this horrible hum. And yeah, we'll go to this guy. Can you get to here? Flashing. And yeah, Purser, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna use a second level spell slot to cast Shield of Faith on Ludger.
Okay.
Or sorry, I'm doing this backward. I wanted to do create bonfire first. That was it.
Gotcha.
I knew this was the reason. Okay, see, I'll create bonfire right here, hitting both of these two.
Nice.
So it'll give me
nice.
a dex save or take 6 fire damage.
They will do that. Let's see what they get. 1, 2.
And then I'll cast Shield of Faith on Ludger.
17 and 5. So 1 passed, 1 failed.
Okay.
And it's
6 fire
Yeah.
damage.
And I was just looking to see. Yeah, it's sucker save too. Okay, so
All cantrips are.
yeah, I know. Sad.
And then I'll drop the bonfire and Shield of Faith Ludger.
Gotcha.
And that is it. I'll keep pushing on the cannon, just because I don't really have, anything else to do.
Okay. Are you
But-
still trying to push it so it faces this way?
I might as well. It's closest to that angle. So I'm not really hoping for much.
Okay.
I just figure I might as well be doing something.
Okay.
I
Give
have
me
used
a-
both my action and bonus action, if that matters.
Yeah, but I feel like this is part of your movement almost, as long as you're not moving. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Okay. 15.
There's some crunches as it feels like maybe there was some bones or stone or something under it. There's some like cracks and it moves like maybe a full inch.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe crushed some stuff that was in the way. And then pick, what would you like to do?
I don't think I'm very useful at pushing, so I'll pull my short bow up again and I'll take steady aim.
Do not sell
and I
yourself
will
short. You have
shoot.
passed more strength checks than the rest of the party combined. But
It's usually for sheer determination of I'm going to drag this jug that I absolutely need in this moment for no reason. Something
Right.
actually helpful, maybe not. But
Yeah,
I
that's
will
fair.
take the shiny that I deem important in this moment. I can nail that.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
fair.
I'm going to shoot. I guess that guy in front of Ludiker. He's closest for biting.
Okay, yeah, that is the one that has taken the most damage thus far. A 10 goes wide and pings against the metallic wall in the back.
I think with steady aim, it gives it the advantage, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
if you're steady aiming, absolutely.
I'm not
Okay, yeah,
moving.
21 definitely hits. And that is a lot of damage. Hang on. Yeah, it's definitely looking in terrible shape as it's like howling and very upset.
And that is all the excitement I have.
Okay. This one is going to go up here and start attacking you, Ludger. Interestingly enough, as it like charges towards you, you notice that it's like as it's charging, its gait seems a little unsteady. It almost like crashes into its companion a couple times. Like it can clearly see you, but it's acting like it's having a hard time distinguishing things for some reason. So it is going to attack you at disadvantage. Pack Tactics cancels out, so it's a flat roll when it attacks you.
Nice.
flat roll is 17 and 20.
Okay, 17 misses, 20 hits.
Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. So 5 piercing as it stabs you.
Okay.
And it's
Did you count
turn.
your AC from Shield of Faith?
It's plus 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a +2? Okay, then it still meets a beats.
Yeah, that's what I thought of that for a moment. This one. Yeah, it's gonna. They know how to fight as a group. It's going to try and attack you as well, person or Ludger.
You're
So
just
he's the second
used to
person.
me being in front.
Yeah.
Mercer, no! What? I'm not being reckless this time. Sorry, force of
Force of
habit.
Ludger, no. Yeah. 24 to hit and then 18, which 18 does not. 24 does.
24 does.
4 piercing.
Okay.
And this one? Let's see, what do they have? Oh, they do not have melee. They don't have ranged. 5, 30, 35, 40. If it's got a dash, it's going to dash up to here. And that's its turn. This one is going to go over here, Ludger, and it's going to attack you. 13 and a nat 1. So 1 sec.
Get fucked.
Pretty much. Alright, so let me roll. I just realized I need to roll a d100. It is 31. Critical fumbles melee. 31 is an unattended phone combat. All combatants within 5 feet roll a second attack roll. I guess just, okay, that's actually not a bad one, because you're the only one within 5 feet of it. Alright, so just gets another attack. Right. Never had that happen before.
That sounds like bullshit, but go ahead.
Well, it got 7 anyways, so you're good. So yeah, it doesn't. No, it's weird. It's you hit an unintended foe in combat, randomize all combatants within 5 feet, and roll a second attack. And since you're the only one, that is weird. I've never gotten that. But it got a 7, so does not hit. And tell us what would you like to do?
We'll just do Toll the Dead on which one looks the most hurt.
Definitely this one here.
I'll do the Toll the Dead on them.
All right, wisdom save. Wow. Okay. They have a +1, I swear, but a 15. Not having it.
Well, fine then.
I'm
my
sorry.
turn.
All right. Ludger, what would you like to do? This is an
Okay,
interesting
I'm
situation.
going to attack the one that she was just going for.
Yeah, the badly bloodied and
Because,
fucked up one. Yep.
yeah,
Makes sense.
as soon as my sheet will load. Okay. I will shoot my trusted cat C.
That
There we
hits.
go.
Yeah.
Boom.
They want to
9
do it.
piercing.
It was exactly at 9.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Professional. Just shoot it in the face.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I'm going
There's a
to turn
crunch as it goes
around
through the
and
exoskeleton and the body slumps to the ground twitching.
I will immediately turn around and this asshole, to try to not be flanked, I will target him with my bayonet.
Gotcha.
Boom.
That also hits. There you go.
And I will use a superiority die for the distracting strike. So the next person who attacks the one flanking me has advantage. And let
Gotcha.
me roll that. Not as much as I would have
6.
liked, but
Eh,
yeah,
still.
6. And
Okay.
with that, I will end my turn.
All right, Bemmy, what'd you like to do?
Well, continue to help out my buddy Ludger over here. That's what I would like to do. So I will make a attack. 21.
21 hits.
Excellent.
Who are you
9
shooting at? I'm
points.
sorry.
The one that's to the right of Ludger. I will ping him in a
Oh,
sec.
to the right, this one?
Yes,
Gotcha.
this guy.
Okay. All right,
Yep.
you have shot him.
Yep. And
Real quick, this was the one I did the distracting strike on, just
oh, okay. Then
because it's behind me, kind
I can
of.
retcon that, no problem.
okay, cool. Then yes, 9. Then the attack and the 9 points damage on
Okay.
that one. Let's see here. Yeah, I have no spell slots. Yep, I'm just shooting things with arrows from far away. For the
Fair
time being.
enough.
All right, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
This one's going to go up and just continue the dog pile on Ludger. They know how to attack as a group. They know what they're doing. Ooh, okay. 19 still doesn't hit, but the nat 20 does. So 9 piercing. And that's its turn. Percy, what would you like to do?
Okay. I am going to cast Aid on Ludger, Pick, and myself.
Okay. Now that is concentration, if I'm correct.
It is not.
It is not. Oh, right. Okay, I remember. Because Trevor was so excited about it. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. And anything else
And
besides continuing to
just-
try and push the
Yeah,
cannon?
just gonna keep pushing. Might as well.
Okay.
Eh.
Um, you feel better about it. That's the important part. Dick, what would you like to do? I imagine this thing is like in your face, not looking very kind.
I don't like that. Yeah, that's pretty uncomfortable.
Its
And
shell looks a
I
lot like its shell doesn't look as it's not as gray, and it just looks overall, I don't know, younger, I would say, the one in front of you.
uh,
A lot like those ones you guys butchered when you were killing the queen. Just a baby.
poor thing. Since I'm not up at my usual height, I would like to get up without. Oh no, because then it'll get at Purser. She'll pull out her. She'll drop her short bow down to her second set of tiny hands and pull out her rapier
Okay.
to take a slash at it.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
not as good at it.
it bounces off the thing's shell and it just looks at you hungrily.
I think. Yeah, I'm out until I get a long rest. I don't have any whales from the grave. I think that is all I have got.
Okay. This guy right here going to continue to attack Ludger. 16 to hit,
Miss.
and then a 22 to hit
That's a hit.
for 5 piercing.
Ludger, no.
I am now bloodied.
No, Ludger.
And this one's dead. This one is going to attack you, Pick. This doesn't like you. You're mean. Hmm. Well,
Don't
that's all
worry,
right.
Purser. When I go down, you'll have a chance to also get knocked out, as is tradition.
Why would I do
Yeah.
that? You've already done so well.
So it's attacking you, but like its brethren, it seems disoriented by the like visibly vibrating floor, and it can't really seem to swing at you very well, Pick. And yeah, it does not hit. this one is going to attack Ludger. 15 and 21.
Anyone hits?
7 piercing.
I am down to 8.
Vitalis, what would you like to do?
5, 10, 15, 20. 25. All right, I would like to present my holy symbol, and I will do an emboldening bond on Luker and Bemmy.
Okay.
And you get to add a d4 to attack roll, ability check, or saving throw once per turn.
Nice. Okay.
And then is my turn. Actually, no,
Oh,
that's not my
okay.
turn. My
Alright.
turn, bonus action, sanctuary on myself.
Fair enough. Okay. Ludger, what would you like to do?
I just want to clarify, I did not see aid up until now, so I'm at 13, not 8, just as a heads up.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, Vervan Vat, I will try to, I'm going to attack this guy because I know he's been hit.
Yeah, he's definitely the worst looking out of them.
So once again,
Well, that's unfair. He's the most injured looking. I don't know how he rates on a scale of bug people, but
yeah, trusty Catsy, 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, again, distracting strike for superiority dice, my last one.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Nice. It's not bad at all.
Okay, how badly does he look?
He is definitely in the bloodied status. He looks very bad shape.
Okay. In that case, I am not going to target him because I will let my allies use advantage to deal with him. And I will turn to fight this guy because he's the one that, actually, no, I'm going to target this guy with my bayonet.
Yeah.
16.
Scrapes against his armor. Does not seem to.
You do have that d4.
That's true.
Oh, okay, let me roll that. Do, 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 do.
That hits. Yeah.
Okay, stab him with my bayonet. 8 piercing.
Nice.
And as a bonus action, I am going to second wind to get some hit points back.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Okay, it's 1 die 10 plus 3.
Wait, isn't
That is
your
unfortunate.
bayonet a bonus action? I
Yeah, it
genuinely
might be.
don't
1
know.
second. Let me check. Crossbow expert. Yeah, it is. Sorry. So never mind.
I cheated you out of 2 hit points. I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah. If anything, that also means that I don't get I get another chance to roll that. So
Yeah, exactly.
provided I survive the next
Yeah,
6 seconds.
exactly.
In any case, I will end my turn.
Okay, Bemmy, what would you like to do?
Mm,
Shoot him
shoot
with
this.
advantage.
Yep,
Gotcha.
shoot him with advantage. It's the plan, and you can do it. Here we go. Ho ho! Ho 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 ho!
Do you want to do it?
Just while it's in the middle of its roar, going
Oof.
just right straight down the mouth, and arrow goes straight back out the back of his head.
Yeah, it lands like the arrow lost most of its momentum going through it, but the arrow like skids to a halt here. And yeah, it like freezes for a moment, very anime-esque, and then slumps to the ground dead.
Another arrow. Wait for my next turn.
Cool. It is this one's turn. Ludger, you're doing awful things. It must be all your fault. It's gonna continue to try and stab you.
Didn't realize these bugs were so intelligent.
Eh. It's more like they just found, like, they went in, the house is ruined, first thing they see, they're attacking.
Yeah, the Karn.
Mother's dead, siblings are dead, the eggs are ruined. It's like the absolute horror movie music playing in the background when you come home to like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah. 20 and a 19.
19 misses, 20 hits.
Okay. 9 piercing.
Okay, I am down to 4.
Okay. And Purser, what takes 2?
I will. We might as well help pick. I'll stop pushing, and I will green flame blade this Kruthik right next to pick.
Okay.
That 10 to hit.
Does not quite hit, no.
Okay.
So I say, realistically speaking, you could have moved up and flanked, but
Oh yeah, that I would allow that if you wanna, because yeah, that's imagine it takes some time getting used to flanking.
Yeah, if you're fine with that, yeah.
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay. That makes it 21 to hit, I guess.
21 would hit, yes, very much.
For 6 plus. What is it? Oh. 6 plus no additional damage. So 6 piercing damage.
Okay, still pretty good. It's definitely bloodied.
And yeah, that'll be it for Purser. He's kind of out of spells for the most part.
All right, Tick, what would you like to do?
I guess we're gonna try stabbing again. I'm trying to see if the aim. Next attack roll. Sweet. I didn't move.
Well,
So
it's
I'm
an
going
advantage even
to
if you moved right now.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Purser's there. Yep.
ironically, it's an advantage if you don't move, and like you attack and then move. There you go. That's how you do it. You could do that thing. Sorry, just thinking the
If I
flanking
fly
thing.
up, will he lose flanking?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay. Nah, I'll stay. And she'll try to bravely use sword technique, rapier,
Okay,
and better.
that hits. How do you want to do it? It was at 3.
She usually aims for the face, so she'll try to flutter her wings forward to give it a bit of distraction and slash it across the face as hard as she can.
Okay, yeah, you slash it across the face, and like the lower jaw separates, and it's like screaming as blood sprays
Razzle
everywhere, and it
dazzle.
collapses on the ground,
Ew. This is
howling
why
in
she shoots
agony.
things from far away. Like
Yeah, you
she
and
immediately
Purser.
like all 4 arms just go up like somebody touched something disgusting and wet, and she just looks
Yeah,
distressed. Like
you and Purser are
ew.
both sprayed with green ichor, and yeah.
Ew.
Oh.
There's ew chittery noises. You don't need to speak 3 Akreen to know. It's just like, oh god, it's on me.
Anything
That's all.
else? Cool. It's this one's turn, and it's
well, it
determined
was
to at
nice
least
knowing you.
it'll at least get the looter down. Like it's determined. It's needs to enact some justice for the wrongs dealt. God damn it. 12 and 11. I don't think either of those.
Nope.
All right. Damn you, pack tactics being canceled out. So mechanically, what I did here is they have tremor sense, but this like I had this room so fucking loud, it's basically fucking up their. It's half blinding them. So This one's dead. This one's dead. Satalis, what would you like to do?
Run up and lean down or kneel down and cast Cure Wounds. Or no, I don't need to kneel down. You're not down. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Ludger.
I love
7.
that that's instinctive. Okay.
Thank you very kindly.
I'm gonna stay next to him because I have
Okay.
the thing. I have the thing. The sanctuary.
Sanctuary, yep. Ludger, what would you like to do?
Okay, if I moved here, would I have flanking?
You would need to move here. We're just doing straight lines to avoid too much shenanigans. So like you would need to
Okay,
be there.
I will take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, they will. One will make it. 17 does not hit.
Okay, in that case, I will attack the guy that we are currently flanking. And well, what? I am going to go for broke and hope that I can take it down. And
Remember
that
the flanking thing is melee only typically, but just a heads up. But
okay. So this first attack will be non-flanking. Booyakasha.
you don't need it. That definitely hits.
Okay. Boom.
Yeast. Yeah. Sorry, I got hiccups all of
Okay.
a sudden. Too much cold medicine.
Okay. At which point I will then do a bonus action, stab it with a bayonet, and hope that action economy saves me. 19.
19 does hit. Yep.
5 piercing.
It is still up.
Okay. And I end my turn. I'm so used to
20.
DMing, I instinctively went over to like hit the next turn button.
Yeah. Yeah, but 25 damage is gonna shock you. You bloodied it in one shot, one round. Oh fuck. Bemmy, go ahead.
I would hope so.
Dookie. This one here that's bloody. We'll take another shot. Skadoosh. That's a miss.
Yeah, 10 does not quite connect.
No. Then I'll go darn. And then my turn.
Fair enough. This one's gonna go over here, and I don't know why it did that realistically. It's not. Multiple advantages and disadvantages don't do much. Alright, it's gonna try and attack you. Oh, hey, okay. Crit on the first one. For 7 piercing. And
Okay.
then 10 on the second.
Okay. I am still up.
Purser.
Okay.
If you had lightning bolt, it would be really good right now.
Yeah, I could hit 3 enemies.
Exactly.
Cursor.
As it is, I will. They're not even adjacent to each other. I'll just stab him with a sword, I guess.
Fair enough.
A 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just stay adjacent to Saltalis. That'll be it.
Okay.
Are you down right now?
No, I'm still up.
Okay.
I'm about to. Unless this guy hilariously misses.
Okay, please don't jinx us right now.
We're fine.
We don't even know how close to being done with this we are. And I have 2 spell slots left.
Takes note this was not enough. Alright, pick. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to this guy. Actually, they're both swinging on that one, so I'm going to hit this one over here. I guess. Can I hit him from ground, or do I have to fly up?
I would say it'd be safer to fly up.
Fly up. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll fly up. I don't think I have advantage on that one because I had to move, so I don't think I
Yeah,
hit.
13 does not quite hit.
That's unfortunate.
Angry chittering, but
Oh, god damn it. Alright, that is this one's turn. It's still alive. Yeah, Ludger, you're almost down. It can almost taste it. Alright. Crit for 10 piercing.
Whew.
Yep.
So it stabs Ludger and lets out an excited yell, and then it's going to try and turn on Purser. And does a 14 hit?
14. No. My AC is currently 15.
Okay, that's its turn. Sedalis.
I'm gonna come up here. Now I'll kneel down. Cast Cure Wounds on Ludger.
Very nice.
It's like I slap my hand on your chest. Clear! So you have 11 hit points.
Yep.
And I
Thank you.
am just kneeling here, like looking up at the bugs, like, really hope the sanctuary works. Can I use part of my movement to help him stand up?
How much did you move?
I mean,
10. I moved 10.
does it matter? I
I would
mean,
say
I'm
no
not
on this one.
moving.
Yeah.
Advantage.
I
'Cause you're
know.
prone?
I'm saying
flanked
that
anyway.
I can. Well, that and the fact that if I
Okay.
stand up, it's half my movement speed, which I'm not moving anywhere. So
Yeah, you're good. I would say no on this one. So yeah, Ludger.
okay, I stand up and go to attack the little ship that just knocked me down.
Listen, this is a home
Which
invasion circumstance here.
We don't live here.
Yeah, that's
It's
why it's a
point.
home invasion.
That's the point. Yeah, that's his point.
They invaded us.
By existing.
Yeah, they walked into the room that we broke into. That's an invasion.
okay, that is a miss.
Yes, yeah, that is.
Pig
And
slowly
then
never realizing that she is supporting the colonizers.
okay, and bayonet attack,
Gotcha.
and that is also a miss.
Yeah, that is.
I end my turn.
Okay, Bemi, what would you like to do?
Shoot! I would like to shoot at this bloodied bug. 17?
Barely misses.
Okay.
I'm
Ah, wait,
surprised.
I don't have 8 anymore, do I? They're all gone?
Did you use it?
No, I haven't,
Well,
I
you
haven't
then you
used
have
it yet.
it, I think.
Okay. I get what, a D4?
You don't need to roll. You're gonna hit if you use aid. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. 9 points damage.
How do you want to do it?
I like to think he's about to hurt Siltalis, and Purser's about to swap places with her, and Bemi's like, no, no, no.
He sees Purser about to do the presidential, like, Secret Service dive.
So yeah, it's just with a well-placed shot right in the middle of its chest, thorax. I don't know. It collapsed right down to the ground. He's like, "Will you stop doing that?"
Fair enough. It's this one's turn. And it's in a bad place. Yeah, you know what? It'll try Luger. Disadvantage.
Wow.
Does, yeah, 12 and a 7 do not hit. And Purser, go ahead.
Okay. Move over here. Give it another stab. Because that's all I can
Little
do.
love tap.
And a miss again.
Yeah, that miss. And yeah,
Okay,
it
that'll
does
be it.
not appreciate your love. All right, pick.
Now that I am up, steady aim, track. Aiming for that guy.
23 hits for pretty good damage.
And then she will. I think that's it. She stays where she is. She loads again when it doesn't go down.
Okay. So it's turn. It's dead. Satalis, what'd you like to do?
Totalis.
Funny.
How you looking, Luger?
I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm at 11 out of 38.
I'm gonna hold healing. No, I don't want to. Fuck it. Fuck.
I'll be fine. Action economy's on our side.
I guess I'll do Toll the Dead on this thing and lose my. Oh my god.
Sanctuary. All right. Do a wisdom save.
Goodbye, Sanctuary.
It failed it.
You know, for a D12,
I know. Just don't.
But yeah, it did fail that one and 2 necrotic damage. And it is her. Anything else? Anything else, Natalis?
No, that's it.
All right, Ludger.
okay. I will move here. And I will use my attack action for a bayonet attack with advantage. Boom. That is unfortunate.
Nope, it does not quite
And
hit.
then I will use a bonus action to Second Wind to assuage, and should keep me nice and safe, assuming I don't roll dog shit again. Yep, that's par for the course. I get 4 hit points,
You
so
do. Yeah, hey, it could be a lot worse. I mean, it couldn't actually, but it, anyways. Um, anything else?
that is it.
Okay. Emmy, what'd you like to do?
I'm gonna move 10, 20, and then I'm going to shoot at this guy. Chew!
Hit,
25. 6 points of damage.
Okay, let me put that in. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, it is its turn, and yeah, it's the hive is not screaming at it to kill itself anymore, so it's going to run without disengaging. So attacks of opportunity from Ludger and Purser, if you want to make them.
Yes. 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 21 to hit.
7, okay. The 11 does not hit. It's still up, and it is scuttling. So it's gonna dash. Okay. Purser, what'd you like to do?
I'm gonna follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll
They do seem to
dash.
scuttle fast.
There it is. Unfortunately, that leaves me out of things to hit it with. So that will be my turn.
You could have tried to acrobatic swing on this cannon and do slap your cowboy hat against the side of it and try and fire it. I would allow
I
that.
mean, I could have done that, but that's more movement than I had.
That's true. Okay, pick.
We'll follow Purser. And shoot, but I don't get the advantage this time. Didn't matter.
Who needs it? How do you want to do it?
I guess since it's running away through the back of the head, just tries to aim when she gets a chance at it to put it down as quickly as possible.
It was scurrying so fast that the body continues to kind of ragdoll a little bit forward, but yeah, it is very dead. And you guys are at the moment out of combat.
Hey.
Do I'm gonna go and check this tunnel. Is this tunnel clear?
You don't see or hear anything in it, although that's hearing's
My
not too
ears
much,
are
but you don't see
plugged. I
anything.
I don't see it. I look at whoever I can see because that's how mine works. I think that tunnel's clear, but there's another tunnel. Oh God, it's already dead. We didn't kill that one, did we?
What?
It
Yeah,
goes,
Tick
I kill.
just did.
Yeah.
You see a little arrow, tiny little
Oh,
arrow in the back of its head.
are there more?
It starts to slow a hover with her bow drawn.
So
It go. Keep going.
And if you follow it, you see that it comes out in a what looks like a well-hidden exit on the other side of the hill.
Oh, okay.
It is a secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
But yeah, there doesn't seem to be any more of these creatures in here. Just that horrible humming of pent-up elemental energy.
Well, just to be safe, I'm going to check the north tunnel.
That is fair.
So Sultala says, let's make sure the rest of this area is clear, and then we can go tell them that we're done, right? Oh, look, it's all
Looks like
clear.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
seems like it.
while the others are double checking the place,
Mhm.
I'm going to see if I can dismantle any useful components from the cannons.
Okay. Um, give me First, give me well, no, you already passed your Arcana check, so you think you have an idea on how to do it. Give me a check with Tinker's tools, and barring that, a Dex check.
6.
Okay. There's a moment like you first thing you figured out. So the first thing is, all right, we need to shut the power off before I take anything useful out because it's not very safe to work on something that's like active, right? So you climb up on top of the thing and start to um, pry up the glass or crystal. It seems more likely it's crystal, but you're able to pry it up with like a rush of like strong chemical smell. A bunch of alchemical fluid pours out, and there's like a rumble. Uh, which one were you trying it on?
We'll do the one here that I was pushing.
Yeah, there's like a rumble as the 3 Kyber dragon shards that were sort of suspended in it sort of flicker and start to sink down towards the bottom. And the alchemical fluid starts to bubble, like not quite boil, but looks like it's boiling at room temperature.
Like sublimating.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it hot? Like I'll touch it.
It's not hot, but there are like as you're watching it, there are little sparks like all over everywhere metal. Everything is starting to spark.
Hmm. See, I'll back off. I'll jump down and go to like 20 feet away and just watch to see what happens.
Yeah. There's like in real rapid succession, 3 heavy like booms from inside of it that shake the whole thing. And the light that was flickering around it seems to go out, and appearing in that space are 3 things.
Hmm.
One sec. Let's see if I remember to get images. Creatures. Did I? Okay, one sec. Close these. Oh. There it is. Picture. So sorry, you guys can talk among yourselves. I just gotta do this real quick.
yourself. Come off the
Oh, yeah, I'll
Pick
be
is
right
just
back.
going. Pick is just going through all the bones. There's so many cool bones in here, and she's like looking through them because she wants to take some home as gifts.
Yeah, a lot of these are old bones, mostly dinosaur, but pigs, things like that. Fairly easy to catch things.
Kind of neat for decorative purposes,
Yeah.
maybe.
I can post the images of those if you prefer.
I almost have it here. There we go. Mishann.
So are we in combat again? Is that what's happening?
Well, that's a good question.
So as soon as they appear, I'm going to just yell at the top of my lungs, "Bammy!" hoping he can hear me over the drone.
Yeah. Fair enough. It looks like Bemmy was in the room.
Know that angry yell from anybody. I know who
And-
that is.
And you also like Bemmy from where you are, you see these things climbing out of this ruptured, now dark tank as well. They look funny.
Oh,
Uh,
well, then in that case, I would like to take a free action and go, "Ah!"
what what do you guys want to do? You are not in combat yet, but these things look a little odd. Like, Bemmy, you'd bet they're elementals.
Are they hostile?
That depends on some things. Does anyone
Can
want to say
I
anything to them?
I will use my mind link to say, "Hi, we're not gonna hurt you
Okay.
if you don't hurt us."
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay. So, if we could
Do
have some initiative
they?
rolls.
Do they? Wait. What did you? What?
I
I'm
s-
sorry. What did? What?
I
Yeah.
mind
What was
linked
that?
with it, and I don't need to share a language with them to talk
Okay.
And
to
they
them.
didn't seem super friendly about it. Who knows? But yeah, probably initiative would be a terrible idea.
Come on.
Great.
Oh boy. Oh boy. See you later, guys. I'll see you later. See you later.
To always sunny fame of Purser's search for spare parts gets the game killed.
Listen, you guys are near a place where death is really common. I bet that some of you might have contacts who'd be willing to help out with that. So it's just a thought. All right, so I see Vemi, Purser, Ludger, Satalis, and Pick. Would you be so kind? I like to think Pick did BRB and was not aware of all this. Okay, comes back.
No,
What the
Pick was
fuck is
here
going
in
on?
quiet horror.
Okay.
I was just
All right.
processing quietly, like,
Vemi, what you like?
we have no spell slots. I was just mentally mathing and staring at my character sheet in abject horror.
That's the fact that someone critted on their initiative and I didn't. I'm still going first makes me so happy. All right.
There's 2 crits actually. The baddie critted too.
Oh snap. Well, which one looks like it's about to move?
All of them.
Okay. Guys, this is the pickle. Whose idea was to open this up? Man.
It was fucking Purser.
I remember
Nerds.
It's
Got a
always
nerd.
fucking Purser.
I
Nerd's got a
distinctly
nerd.
remember
You
Satalis.
guys don't understand. I didn't even get knocked down last combat. I have to remedy this.
See,
Purser
the
said
Karn's
leave
taking
it
the blame.
alone, even though we know what powers them.
All right.
Well,
I guess.
no,
Purser
you
knew what
didn't know
powered
it.
them.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Benny.
I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Okay. You could also try and talk it down. Like maybe Satalis just didn't do well. That is definitely an option, but it would take your action. It's up to you if you think it's worth it.
I'm trying to think. What do elementals speak? Is it primordial? If it's primordial,
Primordial's gonna
okay.
get you a lot of mileage here. So.
Okay. Well, I'd be like, wait a minute. We don't want to fight nobody. Can we all just take a minute and calm down? That's what Bemi said, but what you all probably heard was,
Okay, so give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuade. Oh, I get a +0, guys.
You're gonna do this.
Are
You're
you
gonna
ready?
do this. I believe
Here
in you.
goes. Yeah.
I'll give you
Exactly
advantage.
average.
I love how you say that after you already see it.
Yeah. They don't seem inclined to calm down, Benny.
Plus, it has disadvantage because they're hostile.
Yeah. But yeah. So you still have your bonus action and movement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe in you for trying, and I thank you for it.
Wait, did you shoot first and then say you didn't
No,
want to hurt
no.
anyone?
He didn't shoot. He
I didn't
was
shoot.
going
That
to.
was the action I took
Yeah.
instead. So.
I mean, it's
well,
one of the. As someone who regularly wastes an entire combat session trying to do clever shit with my wizard in the Dark Sun game, You're way ahead of me on like rolling and just and acing it. Like I spent an entire like semi-boss battle just trying to outwit the like bunch of fucking uber elementals that were beating the piss out of us.
There, towards this
Oh,
opening,
okay.
so I can get away.
Okay, that's fair.
Because this is not looking good, guys.
Okay. So technically, I will point out, like, you guys could flee here, and you've done what they asked you to do. They said, please clear the, they said the test is to see if you could clear that infestation. You've done that, like, in spades. Pick, what would you like to do?
She's gonna try to, since her type of telekinesis doesn't require them to understand. So she's going to tell them, she's going to attempt, I don't get a lot in this either, but just that we didn't trap them here. Like, we didn't put you here. We let you go so you can go. We don't
Okay.
want to fight. You go.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Please, God.
For the love of God.
For the love of God, pick. Oh my Jesus Christ.
You
Someone want to
have
give me
an
advantage?
you have
I use it.
inspiration.
I use it.
We want to save Christmas. We don't want to destroy it this year.
All right. Yeah, that is enough. They pause their ominous movement towards you and seem confused as they seem to they're kind of going off instinct, as much as these things typically do, and they're just kind of looking around trying to figure out what's going on. See how smart they are. Not very smart. So they're not attacking, but like it still could go that way, but they're not hostile to you at the moment. And I liked how you phrased that, so yeah. This one did like you can, like, it was able to grasp you can go. So it's going to just leave to do things that elementals do. Well, that strange elementals do. These are odd looking ones. So you haven't seen these before. Yeah, it's going to dash actually, because it just wants to get out of this place.
I will mentally broadcast to everyone. I tell them to go.
And Purser, what'd you like to do?
So Purser is going to back toward the hole in the door
Mhm.
and just like beckon to the others. And I will cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself
Okay.
and just be ready for whatever happens.
Looks the elementals are completely neutral.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Ludger, what would you like to do?
I will move here and ready in action. So if the elementals suddenly jump us, I shoot at them. But other than that, I take no action if they just leave.
Fair enough. This one, which seems to be like constantly shifting back and forth between like boiling liquid or metal or something, pours itself onto the ground and starts flowing away.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. This one is going to do the same. Wants to get away. Actually, 5 more. Do the thing. There we go. All right, Satalis.
I'm just gonna be. I'm just watching them go. Like, I am
Roll the
exhausted.
dead. Yeah.
She's just like, as they run away, she's just shaking her head. Well, yeah. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I
Fair.
think she'll just stay here to make sure they don't come back.
Okay, fair enough. And for the sake of not going through more rounds, if you guys don't attack them, they will just leave.
Well, if
and-
if it was going to be Bemmy's turn, he's just going to stand there in awe as the elementals just walk away, and he just looks at Cha Cha and goes, "Hey, thanks for that. I paid a little."
I pee too, and nods
We-
affirmingly.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Sultalis is like, okay, I'm exhausted. I have bruises on my bruises.
Yep.
Can we go?
Uh-huh. That's a good idea.
Yeah, Purser will nod.
Pick looks at Purser and then points very meaningfully at the things.
I
No
will-
more touch.
I will say this.
Actually, now that
there's
it's
no
not
powered.
powered anymore,
Yeah, you could easily get whatever parts you want to get. It's a fascinating piece of equipment.
yeah, I'll take a look before we leave.
Okay.
Were the dragon shards still intact, or did they like explode?
They burst in like that was part of what let them out. But everything else is like even the alchemical fluid, while it's still kind of half boiling. Do you think you could put some in something? If you have a flask, or you could try and drag the cannon bit with you. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
But
If there's nothing like
Guys,
I need something portable and interesting is the thing.
okay, so besides the fluid, I would say you could take like there is the material it's made from is pretty interesting. It's more firebrass, but there's little like around like the interior of it, which you can see because half the alchemical fluid boiled out,
Mhm.
is like mother of pearl white metal of some kind that has a sheen to it that you think you could pry little bits off if you wanted.
Yeah, well,
Basically, a little like
Yeah.
rounded tile of this strange metal.
yeah. I'll pull out a knife and start prying some off.
Okay. Yeah. No check needed. It just takes a little while, but now there's nothing trying to kill you, so it's doable.
Fascinating.
And yeah, a small plate of mysterious metal. And yeah, anything else you guys want to do before you leave?
Keep an eye on Purser so he doesn't open more of these things
That's-
right now.
Yeah.
guys, we talked our way out of the last one. Clearly, we can do it again.
Ludger, shut up.
Perhaps attempt to talk the group, someone, into helping them carry Pick's very nice big vase.
Yeah, I'm like throwing all of our coinage into a bag, and then I will help Pick drag it out of here.
Okay, fair enough. With two people, there's no
She's
check
so
needed.
excited that you're helping her. She's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Big, very pretty. Like it. She might actually sleep in it later.
That's fair.
But yeah, you guys exit out into the encampment of the justified paranoia. And yeah, it's seeming like you guys completed the task.
So once we get outside,
Yeah.
Purser will take the wax out of his ears and say, kind of louder than he really should, "Good work in there, team."
Okay, fair enough.
And he like rubs his
Say
ears
the
and, like,
same, Purser.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can head
Good.
over to Thamor, the head of the clan, tribe, whatever, and give him the good news if you so wish.
I'd also like to warn him, like, be careful with the noisy things. If you mess too much with them, elementals pop out.
Oh yeah, like he absolutely knows that. He's like, yeah, of course. And we're not going. Usually, the worst we do is maybe fire one into a wall if it seems dull. But Um, yeah. Uh, he and like you see, he catches himself as he says that. Like he immediately kind of like scowls again and tries to put on like a serious face. Um, oh, yes, you have survived. I am glad. Is that part of the hunting ground clear of Kuthrix?
Yes.
This is good.
There's also another entrance into the ship on the other side of the hill.
That is also good. Well, you have managed a worthy task, and I am sure your tribe will be proud of you when you tell them. If you wish to trade or seek the wisdom of justified paranoia, then we will offer both. And he gives like all of you kind of an appraising eye. And should you wish to live a life of freedom and adventure, we are always happy to welcome new members. Which that is the like you're not sure what that would entail, but apparently he offered for you to join the tribe if you wanted.
Oh, that's nice of him. Thank you. I have siblings to care for, so I cannot join your tribe at this time, but I am honored for the offer. Thank you.
Ah, understandable. And yeah, he's with that, he's happy to go back to like he starts rounding up people and getting them ready to go into the newly cleared area to see what they can get out. No one says anything about the giant jug that you're carrying or the metal or anything. They made it clear, according to tradition, you guys are the first in. You have right to any loot you want to take out. So, but yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I would like to collapse into
Yeah.
my bedroll.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm not taking a watch tonight. I don't care what happens.
Fair enough.
Pick will clean her giant thing and stuff all of her bedding in it, tilt it towards the fire so it gets at least nice and warm, and go curl up in it. She doesn't sleep. She just lays
Okay.
with her head out of the arms, head on her arms outside of the lip of it, looking out to keep watch.
Okay. So like as you kind of bed down in it, you're scuttling around, just kind of doing stuff, and uh, like you got your stuff in there, and you're peeking out of it. It very much looks like one of those like whack-a-mole machines where there's just like eyes and antenna sticking out of this like man-sized jug. Um, as the yeah, because you guys did it during the day. As the sun is slowly setting, everybody else is getting some rest. And Pick, your feet are wet. You notice.
Angry chittering from inside of the
As
thing.
the enormous jug is filling very rapidly with
Oh!
thick, goopy white material. It's awful.
Oh my gosh!
She's so
You just
angry
figured
when
out?
she
You just
comes
got
out. She's screaming at it.
This is exciting.
She's just yelling at it and swearing at it, and just like gets out of it and just is throwing a fit.
We all stumble out of the. What are you doing, Vic? For the love of the gods!
Purser does not. He's passed out.
Quietly snoozing.
Is it slow? Is it the thing slowly shrinking?
So here is the fundies here. I will put up what this is and how it works.
She indignantly holds up her little feet and indicates that they are wet, and sticks her hand out with the white whatever stuff on it and points angrily at the jug.
What is the white stuff?
Is it mayonnaise?
Pick would
Jar
not
of
know
endless
that,
mayonnaise.
but
Is,
it is actually.
mayonnaise an
I
instrument?
look at it and I
An
like
instrument
smell
of
it
war.
and I'm like, Pick. Why do you have mayonnaise on your feet and your hands?
And over all her equipment, like everything she threw in there excitedly. Uh,
Pick. Is it shrinking? Is it like getting
no,
smaller
this
as we
is
go?
it is still medium size. Like this is it's And if you read the thing, it's producing 4 times as much as a normal alchemy joke. This is a
I
I-
don't think you
giant-sized.
understand
Can-
the power you've just given to us, Sam.
I do, yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll, I guess, an Arcana check.
She is on a mini rant when you ask her why she has that on her, and she doesn't know what it is.
Where?
So she's
Well,
just
what did
like
you? Where did it come from?
gestures at the jar.
I look in it. Is it filling up as we go?
It's full. Yeah, like pick stuff is floating in it. Yeah.
I pull Pix things out one by one and kind of drop them on the ground, like ew.
Yeah.
I
But morning. Why?
Pick. Can we solve this problem after we've slept?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to bed.
Okay.
There's
I
8
promise we
gallons of
can-
mayonnaise in there.
We can solve. We'll solve the problem. Maybe even Purser will solve the problem. Maybe we'll see. Anyway, good night. I love you.
Night. She just begins cleaning all of her things.
Yeah, you're still not sure. Like they said something about like
Mayonnaise.
Malo or males or something. Like who knows? But
Yeah.
this is awful.
At some point, she is going to probably lick it, but I don't know if she'd like it because I don't know. Do bugs typically like mayonnaise?
I don't know. But yeah, you guys have a giant-sized alchemy jar, and I would say about midway through the night, about like 2 a.m. or something, Purser, um, you're awoken by someone kind of like not kicking, but definitely like tapping the bottom of your feet.
Okay.
It is the drow from the mainland, named Enkin, who is looks down at you and says, "You, pale man, I wish to speak with you." She is actually speaking giant, which she seems to assume you'd understand.
I'll just blink at her.
I'm
Like, rub
and I'm
my
also
eyes.
blinking at them because I'm in the tent and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
I waited, but he's sleeping in all night.
We are, we do that.
Yes, but we must speak. I can't wait any longer.
Who are you? Saying common.
She just like
Do you? So
maintains
I
a
know that.
polite.
Wait. I know that you don't speak giant or Elven, do you?
Correct.
She
Isn't this the one that
translates.
you've had friendly relationships with?
It's not. No, it's another one.
She
Oh.
so she'll translate. He doesn't understand what you're saying. And I want you to know, Siltalis is sitting up, but her eyes are covered. So I will translate.
I'm just gonna cast comprehend languages.
And he also can't speak it, so he's doing something to understand, but he won't be able to talk back, which is actually ideal when you think about it.
No. Yeah, she absorbs. She seems to process that, and then gestures towards herself with the torch symbol she has, and you can tell that she's cast some sort of spell. It says, "There. Now we'll be able to understand you, regardless of which strange language you use." I wanted to
I'm
ask.
gonna.
Excellent.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, she's like lays back down, although unless they leave, she knows that she has to participate in this entire conversation.
Huh?
Well, we can both understand each other now, so
Yeah, so it's you don't have to. She assumed you'd speak the trade language, but if you're really strange, you can just go ahead and use a spell.
yes. What can I do for you?
I wanted to ask you how the followers of the torch have fared in your lands.
The torch. What do you mean?
Religion. Where did it go?
She seems a little
Nope.
confused by it. She's, well, check here. Lalu said that you followed a strange version of the torch.
Ah, the flame. And I'll like pull out my holy symbol and show her.
Hmm. Well, it's similar enough.
I'll even like channel a little bit. I'll just do a full channel divinity. Really pump out the power.
Ah, yes, that is it. It's foreign, but that would make sense. As I said, I want to know how your torch or flame or whatever you call it, how it fares in your lands.
Yes, the followers of the Silver Flame, as we call it, are members of a great church that strive to protect the weak and fight against the great forces of evil. There are many thousands of us there.
Hmm. How do you do this?
Hmm. What do you mean, how do I do this?
How do you fight the evil?
Oh, with skill of blade and spell and purity of belief.
He frowns a little bit. Well, that is foreign, but interesting.
How do you do it here? Is there another way than blade or spell?
Well, that is always an option. But on Zendrik, the Torch of Progress we are guided by the a Tem Hastuk, who helps us keep our minds strong against the overlords of this land. We contend with Zel Urkani, the spinner of shadows, who feeds on fears and helplessness of those used by the powerful and cast aside. Karnarava, the burning desire, she's bound to lust and greed. She seeps into the hearts of those who know deprivation and loss. And, of course, Sekinarot, the scar that abides, whose nature is tied to revenge. He, above all else, has shaped us. No direct action has ever truly harmed the scar, as there will
Hmm.
always be a new soul desperate for vengeance, regardless of the success of the previous plot.
The scar that abides is somewhat known on Corvair as well. We have our own evils to contend with there. A great many.
Well, here, the bearers of the torch learned quickly that only by pursuing a grand harmony could we strike at the roots of the overlords that infect our lands. Great weapons and thick shields cannot protect the weaknesses of the soul. But one truly at peace can shrug off the temptations of the dragon below. The Torch of Progress is just that. We are an organization of peace, mindfulness, and self-control. We've always sought to forge
Fascinating.
new paths through diplomacy and training. Alone we could do nothing, but with the support of the giants from the Age of Hunger until the Broken Age, we safeguarded civilization. But I'm sure you can already see the downside of this philosophy. The slow corruption of the overlords mixed with the insanity of the Titans' inhuman minds, which directly translates as inhuman, probably meant in person,
Yeah.
eventually doomed us. While the Torch spoke out against the corruption, we had no direct power to resist being exiled. By the time the giants sought to draw on the truly dire powers that would cause the shattering, we of the Torch could do nothing but watch until it all came crashing down. In this age, we still fight against the influence of our native overlords, doing utmost to keep them bound. But now we're forced to take a more active role, helping communities push back directly when necessary. But we still try to advocate for peaceful solutions above all else. Your way sounds interesting.
Yes. And yours sounds ancient and fascinating in its own right. You say you have followed these ways since the time of the giants? Ours
Yes.
is nowhere near that old. A few thousand years at most.
Well, each individual's timeline is limited to their own life. But since since you are of a variant of the faith, I will tell you in case you see it. I was sent here because Tem Hastuk sensed a foreign overlord's corruption disturbing these lands. I haven't found evidence of it yet, but I will continue to investigate the islands until I do.
Was there any indication as to the nature of this overlord?
No, and frankly, we were only alerted to it by the sheer outrage from the Spinner of Shadows. She apparently sent a number of, I suppose you could call them ships, to try and get here. They all sank. But she seemed particularly offended by whatever was taking root here.
How bizarre. I will remain in contact with you and your people as best I can.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you. You are from the ruins of Likal, yes?
Yes, that is what your people call it. We call it Mishann.
You see her kind of like forming out the words. Mishann, I will remember this. It is good to speak with you, foreign flame worshipper. She
Of
kind of
course.
smiles at the awkwardness of it. Do you have a proper title?
I am Sir Purser Talon, Templar of the Silver Flame.
He smiles a little bit. I am simply Enkin, but I will try to remember that. Sir Purser Talon, Templar of the Silver Flame. And yeah, that's she doesn't have any more direct questions for you, but she's definitely glad to hear that there's someone else following kind of at least the same force, if not the same methodology.
Yeah, I'll give her a polite bow and part ways.
Yep. She lets you go back to sleep.
It's a good thing our conversation didn't go too long.
Yeah.
Because at some point, Sultanas was going to tell you, get the fuck out of the tent.
Yeah. Like this
I mean,
is
yeah,
all
we would have
going.
left and had it a polite distance.
Oh yeah, that's fair. It's how she would have taken your lead on that. But
I mean, they wouldn't have like a rude conversation above people who were trying to sleep either, so.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
You come back to the tent, and right before she goes back to sleep, everything good? Is there another holy crusade that we need to worry about?
Perhaps. I will look into it. But
Please tell me you're joking.
I don't think it's anything we need to worry about.
I hate you so much sometimes, Purser.
And I
says-
you.
He says with her sleeping mask still on. A bunch of moths did come into the tent, by the way, when she like was tapping.
Yeah, just like flinging them out. I light a candle so they go that way.
The candle is quickly put out by a mayonnaise smeared hands. But yeah. What does anybody else have anything they want to do in the dead of night here? Probably not. Everyone's taking various things to rest or at least recover somewhat.
Hey, could you shut up? I'm
It is
trying
hard
to
enough.
sleep.
Yeah, it is hard enough for Bemi to like do this bullshit daytime schedule you guys insist on doing.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you have brought that to everyone's attention. You make me follow around you guys in the daytime. It hurts my eyes. So now, when it don't hurt my eyes, y'all insist upon hurting my ears. Shh.
I like to think that both Purser and Satalis are already asleep. Like he's just basically yelling at the night.
Yeah, we've already gone back to bed.
Not Purser.
But yeah,
Not Silly. Not John Boy.
Oh no.
I immediately go to the Family Guy thing. Yeah.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Is Bemi like so sleep addled, like working through the day, that he like sleepwalks and talks around, just like angrily being disappointed at us?
You know what? It's canon. I like it.
And the drow don't think anything strange of it because that's when you're supposed to be out and about.
Yeah, like Yeah, the sun
That-
eventually rises on a new day.
Oh,
And
thank God.
it's you guys no longer have a ward with you to shelter. But if you're headed right for Omber, it's another 45 miles through the jungle, about 2 days of travel.
Onward.
Cool, cool.
Mm.
I wake up and I'm like,
Does-
Purser, did I dream that? Or did that happen?
What did you dream?
The paladin. She came and
Yeah.
bugged you.
Yes. Wait,
Okay.
I thought you said you didn't dream.
I mean, it's a figure of speech. I'm trying to be friendly here, Purser.
But yes, she wished to speak on matters of faith.
Oh.
As I said when I returned, it's possibly something of concern, but nothing we need worry about immediately.
In a good way or in a bad way? Concerned. Like, are your people gonna be like heretics? You don't worship the right way. Is that what's gonna happen?
Everything should be fine.
You didn't say no.
Let's continue, shall we?
Oh my God!
But yeah, it's a lovely day here in the jungle. Broiling hot. Like the sun's gonna be out all day. Not a cloud in the sky. Which is a good thing. It's not rainy season. But yeah, you can leave the camp of the Hantarkol behind and set out southeast into the rolling hills.
Excellent.
All right. And for each day, let's just go ahead and have one person, with someone else helping them if they're proficient, give me a survival check to find a good route through the jungle.
I'm gonna leave that to
Okay.
you.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What would you like me rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay. So it's not a bad path, but it is, Bammy, like you're a little. It's a little irritating because like Satalis and Purser, a little whiny. Like, yeah, you're gonna get leeches when you walk through the jungle. Like, of course you're gonna get leeches. Like, you just gotta stop every few hours and pull them off. Not a big deal.
Not hard. You can make fire. You burn them. They fall off. It's not hard.
Thank you, Bemmy.
But but it doesn't slow you down. You are able to get yourself going in the right general direction. And I'd say you get to about here, and the sun is starting to set. The parts of the underbrush, like as you go through it, grow so thick here that you have to take long treks out of your way to find a clear path. But even with that, it's you're getting close enough at this point that you occasionally see familiar landmarks. So realistically, outside of like somehow going completely the wrong way, you're probably not going to get lost.
Okay.
Uh,
She'd point the landmarks out to them, so they may not retain them, but she shows them
Yeah.
like they would. Like,
Oh,
oh, this is this.
yeah, the rock that looks like, a hand with only one finger, and the
Tree that looks like a hunched old person.
yeah, exactly, yeah, things like that. It's very local stuff, but as the end of the first day comes, the sun begins to slowly dip below the horizon. You guys have found yourselves like you could definitely feel it going up. You were hiking uphill somewhat. These aren't real like mountains, it's just rolling hills. And you find yourselves looking down into a small, we'll say valley, that's being generous, but definitely an indent. The sunlight paints it a bloody red, and the barely distinguishable heat waves make it look like a watercolor painting as the sun is setting. And how do you guys want to do camp stuff?
Before retiring for the night, Purser is going to politely request some rainbow wine from the alchemy jug.
Okay. Oh
I
yeah,
want to
rainbow
ask
wine.
how does the I'm reading this. So it produces the thing. You can uncork it. It fills. When did the mayo go away? Does it go away after like so many
The
hours?
mayo went away when you dumped it out, and it sat there attracting ants and things. That's when the mayo went.
Yes.
It's still
Yeah.
And
there.
then
Oh, mayonnaise in a humid jungle. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So, in my Thursday game, the party has an alchemy jug, and they've purposefully been spreading mayonnaise around to attract things in Zendrick.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Um, but yeah, rainbow wine, absolutely. It can do that.
Ah.
Nick wants to watch him do it because she still does not understand why her jug was filled with this weird stuff. She didn't know what it was.
Finally, some proper comforts of civilization in this madhouse.
Yeah, there are 4 gallons of rainbow wine shimmering in the jug.
A lot of wine.
As you like slosh it around, you see it takes on a different hue as you look at it, and there's a slightly different flavor with each sip.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at him and just holds her arms up like in the questioning pose. And then gestures
YMCA
to the
style.
jug. Yeah, and then gestures to the jug. And then looks at him. What?
You just tell it what you want.
Stares at it. Honey?
I'll like hand her a cup of the rainbow wine.
Let's see
Ooh,
here.
she will drink that.
Yeah, there you go. It is.
And there are 4 gallons.
There are, guys.
Yeah, there's a
You
lot
guys
to
could-
go
You
around.
guys could all drink as much as you like, honestly, before the night's required checks for things.
We are
First
getting.
you-
we're
survival check.
We're gonna be making these checks at.
First check, then drink.
Yeah, Purser's only drinking because he doesn't have to make any checks for safety. Anything else is up to the rest of you people.
Let's see.
He just
So
wanted the
that's-
taste of home. Fine
Bonus
on
action.
Darren wine.
Afterwards, you can uncork the jug, pour it out. Jug starts producing liquid. It can't produce a different one, or more than its reaches maximum until the next dawn. So you ask it for honey, and it does not produce it. It just stays this shimmering, strange drink.
She crosses all of her arms before
You
she
lied.
gets
Person.
like. She looks at him skeptically. Like
It
she
ne-
doesn't say anything. Like I don't think he'd lie to me, but
He
It
doesn't know
needs
what he's
more
talking about.
time
Yeah.
until a day or two has passed. It will be wine.
But this is very nice wine. Anybody who wants to drink a little bit does not require any checks, but drinking a couple glasses, I would need a con save.
Yeah, Purser's not drinking a lot. He just wanted a taste of home.
Yeah, that's fair.
Imported wine.
You know
I feel
what?
like- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like for shift, at night. Yeah, just fill a cup of wine, look around, not getting smashed. But yeah, that sounds really nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Luger has advantage on
He
checks.
he does, and in fact, honestly, drinking it is sort of like when it's when you have a puppet or something. Somebody tries to drink water by like pouring it in. Like, I'm not gonna say it pours out, but Ludger, it's just gonna sit there until you get it out of there. Like, you can't eat or drink anymore, really. But you can enjoy the experience of it as long as you're willing to regurgitate later.
I mean, that's all anyone can do, really.
That's true.
You don't.
you don't buy
don't,
alcohol, you rent it.
You rent it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're just renting it from me. Okay. But yeah, with
In that case, what Luger would probably just do is, basically the equivalent of like at a wine tasting thing where you drink something, you savor the taste, and then spit it out. He doesn't take
Yeah.
a lot of wine to do this, but just enough to basically like enjoy a taste of fine culture.
Yeah. No, it
Reminds
absolutely.
him of you know, he was probably just a lad when his elven stepfather, you know, gave him his first taste of this type of wine.
Yeah. And honestly, he could reminisce about that if you want to talk with Party about it. Just this is an odd moment here, and like realistically, when there's not horrible things trying to drain your blood or burrow into your skin or eat you alive. This is like you wouldn't get a view like this anywhere on Corvair. This is really quite something sitting here with wine and just kind of looking out over this like blood red jungle.
Maybe this place isn't so awful. Like swirling the wine in a tin cup.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's see. Yeah, Pick is about
I do
half
not know where you're
size.
from, but this is good.
Pick, you have 1 level of intoxication. Let's see. So you have a +3 to charisma checks and a -2 to intelligence checks. You're feeling charismatic right now, Pick. But yeah, you got. Other than that, it's a little an odd moment out here, and pretty far away from anything. Well, pretty far away from big civilization, we'll say, because the Thrycreen here definitely have a civilization. Um, but yeah, if everybody could put themselves in the turn order for their checks, minus Purser, because Pearl is just giving advantage.
The Pearl is not having any wine.
That's fair.
I mean,
It just
Sultalis
burns
isn't
when it goes
either.
in.
Yeah.
Sultalis isn't either.
Oh, fair enough. So who's doing the first check? Or yeah,
Ludger can do it.
Luger? Okay.
Yeah.
And give me a perception
Give
check.
me a second.
No problem.
Do. Perception. Boom.
Okay. So tonight the jungle seems more lively than usual, with the typical sounds of birds and insects drowning out most other noises. The birds at least do calm down once night really sets in, but the entire jungle just feels alive tonight. Um, and yeah, nothing seems to happen during your watch. And the next person wants to go.
I'll do it.
Okay. You have advantage.
Oh, yeah. 21.
Mm.
Thank you, kitty.
21. So you notice that there seems to be it comes and goes about 3 times during your watch, but like the various insects and like amphibians and just other things that are calling out in the night go quiet 3 times during your watch. Um, but you don't see anything. But you do notice that unsettling silence that just kind of very quickly comes over, and then about 10 minutes later they start up again.
I will warn the next person on watch.
Okay. Kitty cat, please. Passive perception is a 17. So
That is good, but that's not higher than a 22.
no, it's not.
So Bemmy, um, That only happens once for you, and you definitely catch sight of something like big moving through the underbrush. Very like uh, you only catch sight of it because just your ability to see in the dark is genuinely better than like anybody else's ability to see in the day. And it's more like seeing a pattern in the shadows of the trees at night under the moons. You see something not quite writhing, but something stalking around the ground, and it seems to notice your attention and slowly withdraws.
Hmm. But it's not actively hostile towards me or anyone else in the camp. It's just.
It didn't attack. Oh,
It's still within sight, or is it?
oh, it
I guess.
moved out of sight.
Okay. All right then.
So last person, I believe, would be Pick.
I would inform Pick, be like, yeah, there's something big out there. Just keep your eyes open.
Okay. I keep eyes open.
I take a kitty cat.
I take the cat.
That's a good kitty cat. Good night.
Good night. But she didn't sleep. I imagine she just enjoyed savoring a glass of wine most of the night, being toasty.
That
All
is
right,
fair.
we're going to do almost home. Very exciting.
Okay.
The answer is 16.
The answer is 16. So, Pick, as you're sitting there, still kind of sipping a little bit on that wine, it just makes you feel funny in a great way. You do not notice something. That 1 second here. This be it. And I know both Satalis and Purser are in the tent.
That is true.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, you don't notice something. 1 sec. Been odd. Purser, you do notice something.
Well asleep?
Well,
Or
yes. You notice a terrible pain in your leg. As like something yanks you towards the edge of the tent. And if we
Ah!
could do a bit of a check here for everybody. Yeah, if you could roll initiative for me.
Like my best initiative of this campaign. Oh my god.
It's the best initiative of this whole campaign.
I was hoping you'd roll a 1.
I get a feeling that like Ludger didn't see this coming, but seeing that its purser getting dragged off, it's very much a oh no. Anyways,
So let's see here.
Oh
Little
no.
bit.
18 to hit your prone form Purser.
yeah, that hits. My AC is currently 12.
So
And I was unconscious.
Yeah.
So
5 bludgeoning, 5 piercing. You take 10 damage. And 1 sec here.
was that a crit?
No.
That's good.
Well, if I'm unconscious, it should have been a crit.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's true. I didn't change that part. Well, actually, no, it was only for death saves. That's when I got rid of it. So I'll roll an additional d4 and a d6, and we'll add that. Huh. Okay, well, the dice like you tonight. So an additional 3, so 13. And yeah, I would say Purser is surprised. Stalos is
Oh boy,
surprised.
am I surprised.
um, Bemi, I would say you and Ludger, both of you have gotten your required like rest times. Um, I would say you're not surprised.
I mean, I have. Oh, that's true. I can't be surprised. Well, I'd be unconscious because I would be sleeping. Yeah.
Well, you did
So
your trance, right? Or were you you were first in order? I'm sorry, let me look here. When
I
were you?
was
Before
third.
me.
I
Third.
was
Oh
third.
yeah. Well, you could have gotten your 4 hours before that. Like realistically, you could be awake. It's up to you. Um, but because there was 2 shifts before you, each shift is 2 hours. So, Ludger, you're not surprised just because of the fucking like never really sleeping thing. And Pick, you, I'm gonna say you're surprised just because of the drinking. Like it's for flavor only, but yeah, it's a flavor reasoning in why you're like, what? You weren't asleep, but you were getting your drink on. Uh,
Yep. She wasn't getting drunk. She was just like, "This is good," and
enjoying a
then just
buzz. Like, what's so wrong with
dragging it.
that?
Yeah.
Eh,
Did you do that
Yeah.
on purpose? The bug is enjoying a buzz.
I didn't,
Yeah.
but I would love to say I did. All right, Bemi, what would you like to do here?
um.
You
Um.
see the whole tent is like being pulled off off of its sticks or whatever. That strange like curtain thing they keep putting up is getting like pulled into the jungle pretty much. Because the thing just like charged through it practically, grabbed Purser, nommed him, and is just pulling him into the jungle by his leg.
And Purser's just screaming.
There was like 1 second where Bemmy is just like, "Why is it always loud? And why is it always at night?"
Why is it always Purser?
Why are you mad about it? This is your time, Bemi.
No, I get it. I understand, but I'm just glad that I got my trance in already. So I will burst into action. Okay. Bonus action Hunter's Mark on this displacer beast.
Okay.
Not that Bemmy knows what it is, but I and
You have a sneaking suspicion, yeah.
I bet
yeah.
Bemi does know what it is. He lives here.
Oh yeah, honestly,
Eh,
Bemi, you've heard of Displacer Beast before.
okay. And we will shoot once with a longbow. Very nice, very nice.
That hits.
And it's my first attack, so second time with a longbow, 24.
Okay. Those both hit.
And let's see here for the Dread Ambusher. What I forgot to do last time was I can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action. If that attack hits, the target takes an additional 1d8 damage of that weapon's type. So I'll just
Roll it and roll a d8.
Yep. There's the d8, and I'll do for these other 2 attacks. All right, 21 points of damage plus Hunter's Mark. Boop. 23.
Okay. Oh, sorry, sneezed.
Bless you.
Yeah. Purser, you are surprised and
Yep.
confused. Pick, you are surprised and like they're ruining your buzz. And Citalis, you're also surprised. Something's happening. You still have your your sleeping mask on, so you just hear Purser screaming.
Can I rip it off this turn? At least
Sure, why not? Yeah, you could.
Oh!
Sure.
Oh no!
Eee.
It's a
You're still
kitty.
surprised, so it doesn't change
It's
much.
not a kitty. It's not a good
So-
kitty.
It's a murder kitten.
It's not a
Uh,
kitten.
Ah!
Look at those
and-
muscle striations.
It is going to. Yeah, it's just going to already got you in an attack. Yeah, you know what? Grapple. Yeah, it's gonna use that. First, I need an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, that will be acrobatics. 9.
That does not beat a 21. So you are grappled, and it is going to dash. Actually, not dash, but it's gonna run. It's gonna run into the woods. Let's see, movement here. Been a while since I've run Displaced Beast. Oh, nice. Okay. So,
And they are not slow.
no.
Oh, no, they're not.
Actually, it can only get this far because it's currently dragging you. But yeah.
Screaming voice rapidly recedes into the distance.
There is a reason why I marked him. Because he runs away fast.
Ludger, you can still see it, but as it gets further into the underbrush, it's going to start to get hard. What would you like to do?
I will try to keep pace.
Okay. Yeah, the underbrush is difficult terrain, but absolutely.
Okay. When does the underbrush start?
Pretty much like right behind the tent. You guys camped out right on the edge, like right off the path,
Okay.
because you
That was
didn't
a
want to be in the
mistake.
middle
We
of a game
will.
trail. Like there was good reason
Uh,
behind it, but
We're
yeah.
never
So
doing that again.
yeah, I can basically only get there, and well, I can't even reach it. So I'll do the only thing I really can do, especially since I haven't had 6 hours yet because I took first watch. So as a result, I still do not have any of my fighter ship.
well, you
Well,
you got a
actually,
long rest the night before, so
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
good. You're good actually on that.
oh, my bad.
It's been a very
Um,
uneventful day.
Yeah, just leeches, which he didn't have to worry about. There were no leeches on Ludger.
okay. Uh, I will then action surge and try shooting it twice with the Cat C because it's about
Shoot the
I
kitty.
can't.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't catch up to it. 1
Does not hit.
and 2. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
it's just this is green hell. You're just trying to fire into the underbrush, basing off Purser's screams, but it's hard.
The enemy isn't in the jungle. They are the jungle.
Yeah.
Well, that's my action search. That's all I can do.
Okay, Bemmy, you have a magical ping telling you that it's in a certain direction, and you can still see it moving through the jungle. You're going to be able to see it about twice as far as everybody else, but it's going to get hard.
Okay. And it is difficult terrain. So 5, 10, 15.
What's your chosen terrain again? It's swamp, right?
Yes, it's swamp.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, then it is difficult terrain.
Well, rangers only ignore difficult terrain while traveling, I think.
Yeah, I know, but I was willing to waive it for flavor. But yeah, if you're firmly in jungle.
And I'm going to take a shot again. Because that's what I do. And Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Daddy does not get a new pair of shoes.
Give me
Daddy
roll me a
loses a
D100,
shoe.
please.
Just shoots
Daddy
Purser.
loses
Come
a
on.
shoe.
I've been waiting for this all campaign.
83. Okay. Critical
Not an
roll
82, so it's a good day.
All right. Whoops. Okay. So it could be Ludger. It's within 10 feet of the target. So, 1 sec here. Roll a second attack roll. Purser, pick even or odd.
We'll say even.
Okay.
It could be Ludger, couldn't it?
It's
Bemmy, make me an attack roll if you would.
wow.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. What's that hitting?
Purser, there's a whistling as somehow this beast is shooting arrows at you, or something. You could roll damage.
So,
there, Benny.
so as I'm like getting bumped along the undergrowth, an arrow like hits me in the arm.
Yeah. So, for piercing.
With
Uh,
me being this close. Oh,
So,
what happened? Someone shooting stuff?
baby.
What?
So out of character, I was really hoping that would hit Ludger so I could swap places with him.
that
You're
would've
like,
been
he
pretty
can
funny.
be drug off into the night.
I can use this for offense and defense. Yeah. Uh, no, I'm sorry. So,
Where'd turn order go?
I don't know. It went away. There we go. Bemmy, anything else?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I'm just gonna feel kind of bad.
Cursor, what would you like to do?
Feeling bad
So-
as a free action.
First thing, I would like to reiterate my prior statement that I am happy to die for any reason in any circumstance if that's what happens. So if this thing drags me off into the jungle and eats me, I will accept that.
Okay.
No.
I will do everything in my power to stop that until then, though.
Yeah,
And
naturally.
I will cast Shield of Faith on myself as I'm getting
Okay.
dragged along,
Okay.
and Light on my shirt.
Ah, okay. I like that.
That's
That is
really
a
cool.
really good
yeah.
idea. That is a really good idea.
And then that'll be it as I get dragged along.
Fair enough. Pick. What would you like to do? You now, like, someone just set off like a torch or something. You can see, and honestly, given that it has like that familiar silvery hue to it, you're fairly certain this is Purser.
Trying to look at my movement. 5 and 35. Okay. I am going to dash ahead of it and stop in front of it. And Pick is just gonna like, I mean, I doubt this is going to work, but she's trying to slow it down. And she's gonna put all of her wings out and just make a bunch of scary noise and just try to.
Okay.
She's just trying to get ahead of it. It might run around her, but she's just trying to slow it down or get it to stop and fight her.
Okay. Give me a intimidation check with disadvantage because this thing's pretty smart. Like
Yeah.
you know that they can actually. There are stories of some of them learning to speak, so they're pretty smart. Doesn't make them
And
any
you're a
less
small
mean.
moth person getting in front of what is basically a small-sized car.
Yeah. Her hope is maybe it'll even pause to swing at me or something, and they get a chance
Yeah,
to hit
something.
it more.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So intimidation check at disadvantage. Yeah, it doesn't
Very good.
even pause. It's just its 6 legs keep bounding it forward as it seems to not take you very seriously, Pick, which is rude.
Fair enough. I will telepathy scream in its head at the top of Pick's concept of what a loud and terrible noise is.
Fair enough. Are you now? Did you flutter down to like ground level? Are you physically in front of it, trying to block it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She fluffed up and because she was just like, at the very least, maybe it'll stop to take a swipe at me before it tries to run off.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just giving
Uh,
any distraction to Purser.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll use shield if anything attacks me.
Gotcha. Satalis, you can see a yelling like bulb of light being dragged through the underbrush.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at the thing.
Okay. That hits.
13 radiant and like a it's almost outlined in radiant light now because the next person who shoots it has advantage. But
Nice.
he's outlined in radiant light, so we all can all see him.
Yeah, which
It.
is good because it's like with the light cast from Pursers, it's hard to. Oh, silly me. That 20, that's disadvantage. Sorry. Do your attack again. I just realized. 20 still hits. Hey, look at that. Yeah, so 13 radiant, and it is. You can reroll damage if you like. I'm not going to make it. It's decent damage.
No,
Uh,
13 is fine. And I
and
will not the
the next
mind link
person
to allow
no
it
longer
to
has
talk.
disadvantage. Sorry, go ahead.
The mind link that allows it to talk back requires an action, but just mind linking is nothing. Drop it. He's ours. If it stumbles at all, it's a
It
win.
doesn't stumble at all. You would hear a reply if it's if it can reply with that, or is it one way?
It's one way unless I spend an
Do the
action
mind
to
link.
allow it to
Gotcha.
be both ways.
Okay, yeah, then it just ignores you.
And I don't want to do that. I'd rather have an outline of this fucking thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, okay, and looking back on this, yeah, it wouldn't have changed any of the stuff. I can't believe I forgot Displacer Beast disadvantage, but luckily, you guys all still would have hit all your hits. All right. Excuse me.
I'm
The
back.
Displacer Beast doesn't like that everyone's hitting it and trying to get in its way. It doesn't like that at all. So it's going to, yeah, you know what? Purser, it's going to swing you at Pick to try and,
Okay.
excuse me.
Give him. Throws him at her.
Okay. 21 strength. Pick, give me an acrobatics to see if you can not get hit with a Purser.
Nope.
Okay, we'll just do its improvised. Purser is an improvised weapon.
Usually.
So 4, 5, 6. So 7 damage to both of you, and yeah, it feels good about that. Excuse me.
So Purser's body goes limp and he stops screaming.
And then it's going to move into the jungle 40 feet. Still dragging Purser. And yeah, Ludger.
I will take a shoot at it while trying to keep pace. So I'm definitely, probably not getting very far,
Keeping up,
especially
but you
considering how
can,
fucking fast,
yeah, but you
how
can
fast it's moving.
see, you can see his outline thanks to Purser's, like his shirt is still glowing, so that helps.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I no longer have an action surge, so all I can do is take a single shot at it. And that's a miss.
Yes, yeah. No, wait. 14. No, 14 hits.
Huh.
Man.
Okay. I will use a superiority die to whatchamacallit, give the next person against it advantage. Or so at the very least they're rolling flat. And let me add that. Of course I roll like dog shit, but 6 damage.
Nice. It's not magically moving. I'm just doing that to take the health off. Nice.
Yeah. And that's all I can do. I ended my turn.
Kick ass. All right. Bemmy.
Right. Gonna move 5, 10. Still in range. I can still see him.
Yep.
All right. I am going to shoot at this thing again. 14.
14 hits.
14 hits. Okay. Boom. And Hunter's Mark. 10 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't like this at all.
Did he just come back? Okay, he went back.
Okay. Purser, if I could get a death saving throw.
Yes, you can. Boop, boop, boop.
Nice.
Oh, that would have
nice.
been dramatic.
That would have been pretty funny if you regained consciousness.
Ah! That'll be it for me.
Now, Pick, you are the most likely to be able to keep up because the dense underbrush does not affect your movement unless you're on the ground. You can flutter through the trees after it.
Smarter, not harder. I have. Man, I don't know how I would do this. I'm like, if I could get a rope around its neck and then toss the rope around a tree, because I need to stop it or slow it down. Because if I just chase after it, I'm just going to be the one shooting it, and I need to like. I just
And it will
don't know
still
what to
outpace
do
you. It's
to it.
moving pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm going to continue to chase it. Can I?
Wait a minute, it can't
How do you
outpace you.
even-
You're a fucking rogue. I keep forgetting.
I don't think it. I don't know, but. Yeah.
You have the triple dash option.
I have the triple dash option. I can't use it against the same creature though. I guess. What is it to attempt to get a rope around something's neck like a?
Well, that would be pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I think I'll probably just shoot at it
Okay,
and
that's
chase
fair.
it.
Like it would be. I would say.
By the hand
Yeah, I would say
for
that's a sleight of
acrobatics.
hand. Yeah, but it's up to you. Be a pretty high check.
Yeah, that'd be too hard. I don't know what to do other than to chase it. I guess I will just be like, I won't stop. Like in its mind, I won't stop chasing you. I won't get tired. Leave and eat something else, and then shoot at it.
Okay. 13 does hit.
And since we're so close to home, just in case. I don't know if I could give them directions. Never mind. I'll do that on my next turn, maybe, if we keep going. But yeah, she just shoots at its best she can. And
Okay.
tells it in its mind, I won't stop chasing you. Leave. Leave this. This ours.
Okay.
Did you
fair enough.
try the good old fashioned?
Well, next she's gonna do like the 130 foot. She's like, we're close enough to home. I'd just be like, help. Help.
I know.
Mental help.
I know it's called a displacer beast, but it's not a beast, is it?
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
The monstrosity.
Okay. Figures.
Yeah. Anything else, Pick?
That's all.
Okay. Citalis.
How far is he actually from me?
He's an additional 40 feet, so 50 feet from you.
55 feet?
Yeah, about
Okay.
55
I'm
feet.
gonna cast Healing Word on Purser.
On that bobbing light thing that's like bouncing off about it.
And then I will spend my action to mind link with the things like, please, we will help you hunt something else, but leave him.
Okay. Purser, you regain consciousness.
Screaming resumes.
Boom, boom, boom. Ah!
Just like dragged through thorns, slammed against tree trunks. Yeah, not bad.
I don't even sleep in my coat, so I'm not protected from all the scratches.
I didn't even think of that. You're in your pajamas.
And it is its turn, and it's smart enough. It really
It
doesn't want
doesn't respond?
it. Oh, you used your action to mind link, so it can talk
Yeah.
now? Okay, yeah. Then it says, "None of this is fair. You pale ones are supposed to be blind. Fine." And on its turn, Purser, it's going to do a strength check to see how far it can throw you towards Pick. Nat 20. Oh,
Not you, so
okay. All of a sudden, it's very much like deer in the headlights. There is a blinding white light coming at you very quickly, and Purser is thrown
ooh.
up in the air, slamming into you as the thing lets him go and continues moving on, running through the jungle. Uh-huh. And do you want to try and catch him, or how are you? You just gonna? How do you want to do that? How
I feel
high up
like
were you
it's
also?
like
So I should.
probably 15 feet or so.
Okay.
Just
Yes.
over the whatever, however tall the underbrush is, she flies usually
Yeah,
above
15
that.
feet is just tall enough. Yeah, that would like you'd be just as that's about as high. Yeah. So yeah, 15.
Yep.
He's Purser, you're thrown into Pick's waiting many arms. Do you even try and catch him, or is it just like,
Yeah,
cue?
she's gonna try to catch him like with absolute faith,
Okay.
absolutely empty faith, but she's gonna have absolute faith. Like I got him. Okay.
Give me.
Also, he's glowing, and that's pretty. So
Yeah, exactly.
I think the problem is here is how much do I outmass Pick? Because we might just both
But-
go flying in the same direction.
Spoilers, man. Okay, so give me an athletics check, Pick.
Oh man, come on, I believe in you.
Okay. So this isn't just like you immediately fall with him, but like you are able to sort of grab at his half shredded pajama bottoms, and like he goes head over heels and still goes down, and you go down with him, but you don't take any fall damage. Purser, let's see, you take one die 6 fall damage. And you take 5 bludgeoning damage as you slam into the ground.
And the screaming stops again.
And yeah, do you guys want to pursue the Displacer Beast, or?
No, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
No problem. So yeah, um, it seems like it has fled the scene. Pretty pissed. Um, does Pick what do you want to you have like the battered and unconscious form of Purser underneath you.
She
You hear
tries
like
to.
the stomping sounds of your friends like running up.
She tries to like pat his face gently, like it's gone.
Okay.
Are you? And then she just looks him over because she's just probably like, okay, I think he's passed out. She just
He is unconscious
like
and bleeding from an
gentle,
injury,
gentle face taps. It's gone. Uh-oh.
yeah.
He's here.
Okay. So while they're running
Makes
up,
loud chittery noises. Yeah, so they can find him.
Purser, give me one death save, and we'll see, just out of curiosity, what happens while they're running up. Yeah, and at that point, you guys catch up with him, and you can choose to save your friend if you like.
If you like.
If you have healing spells. I know at least Bemi and Satalis do.
If I'm the first to reach him, yeah, due to the fact I have no healing potions, I reach down and give him a pat on the shoulder. That'll do, Purser. That'll do.
Okay, while he's like spitting up blood. Be- Bemi, I don't know if Satalis did a BRB, but anything you want
Pick will
to
try
do?
to get the sticks and stuff out of his hair too. That's the best she can do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I will. I will cast Cure Wounds
Okay,
on
that's very kind of you.
on Purser. and basically beneath like chortles and chuckles, be like, "Oh man, you got it. It's gonna be okay, bud.
I hate this jungle.
Jungle
Yeah,
don't like you much, it seems."
Yeah. Yeah,
Pick tries her
Purser,
best to try to help him up.
Purser looks like he was like road hauled by in a field by like an 18-wheeler. So like,
Oh god.
Hey, hey, person, how about we get you another glass of wine?
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
going back to
Yeah.
the camp, there's
if
distressed cat yelling from Pearl.
if you like pull him up to his feet, he's like stumbling and isn't able to hold his balance.
What I love is
And
this
yeah,
could have easily been Satalis. I just rolled to see randomly which person it got. It just saw two figures in the tent.
You know what's funny? It would have been less funny for Bemmy. Significantly less funny for Bemmy
just
if it were
been less
still.
funny in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's you guys have survived a displacer beast attack. Which realistically,
I
you
don't
could
think
have
they survived a displacer beast attack. I think I survived.
the royal we, is. But yeah, the rest of the night goes by pretty uneventfully. And the sun rises on
Local
the next
man
day.
mauled by bear. Rest of tour bus survives.
Yeah, exactly.
Pick feels guilty because it was on her watch, so she'll do things like boil water to like clean all of his wounds and pick the sticks out of his hair. She like tries to like clean him. Like, sorry, I not see.
The worst part is the tent is ruined now.
It is. It is like shredded. Yeah, like that was half of what he was in. Was it because he was in the tent being dragged? So yeah. But it's worse things have happened. Not recently, but they've happened. Oh, okay. Yes, Stalis gotta log off. Thanks for coming.
Mm.
And
Uh-oh.
let's see here. All right, but yeah, the next day does come up, and you you all get the advantages of a long rest. Um, Purser, you're not feeling great, but mechanically you're fine. Uh,
I hate this place. I hate this continent. I hate this jungle.
but yeah, you guys can head on with another survival check, and hopefully today is the day you should get to your destination if you make good time.
Yeah, this awful place that we've been
Oh my
looking
God.
forward to for so long.
Yeah. All right. Survival. Do.
Do the
Sure.
Letterkenny problems, where we finally get there and it's literally just like a farmer's market or vegetable stand. But this is where we go to hang out all the time.
That's what I appreciate about you, Scott. That's what I appreciate about you.
Good old-fashioned hiccough. All right.
Couple of drow came down to the produce stand the other day.
There's no ostriches here, but there are dinosaurs. But yeah, so somebody. All right, I see. Bemmy did a survival. Bemmy, I won't say you make good time. But you do make like it is almost dark as like most of the groups, like everybody's still hiking through the jungle. You're looking around. Pick said that her village is around here, and you see nothing. Like it's fucking jungle. But Pick, you're home. You're back in Umber. Um, you're here. Um, uh, yeah. Everybody else's looks the same. It's a jungle. Uh, but when you see Pick flutter up to the canopy, into the canopy, you see that about 90 feet up, just ahead, most of the trees have at least one enormous oval shape clinging to them. Each one looks similar to a woven nest that a bird might make, if not for the size and complexity of them. But yeah,
Oh.
apparently this is a place. At ground level, it's nearly impossible to get an accurate count of these like homes, but you'd guess that the settlement, like looking around, is probably pretty spread out compared to most like villages or towns, because they're not building next to each other; they're building in each tree. But yeah, pick as you flutter up to the first home. There's excited chittering in Thrycreen as you approach, and you hear, Picketcha! You come back! Happy Joy! And three Dracalic come out and meet you in midair, all wiggling their antennae in happiness. Um, Pick, you only remember one of them, a gather named Drell Ikpol. You remember that her clutch was about ready to hatch when you left. The two next to her must be the two eggs that hatched out of the many.
Ah.
But yeah,
She
they
responds in
just seem very
excited
excited.
joy
Yeah.
and congratulates her, motioning to the two, like, these yours? You make?
Yeah. Make. Soon get names.
Good, good. And then gestures down. I have 2 arms, set pale.
Oh, single
Um,
vision. Oh, you go to Guardian. Thratrin, Thratrin Ka and Grand Priest Ik Trill Ka. They talking about you for days since thou get back.
ah,
And
them. How they get? I don't know if she'd ever taken someone back before, but I'm assuming they have some method to help them get up.
yeah, you've seen it before. Drell does flutter down to act as a very excitable guide to you guys, because those of you on the ground very quickly notice, mostly because she like leads you around them, that there are pit traps filled with shambu spears, trip lines made from thorns, the occasional snare. Um, there's a lot of traps that that the Thrycreen here set up to avoid anything lurking underneath their homes. But you have a guide that she's able to lead you around them. For the most part, occasionally she forgets something because she does not walk there, but by and large, none of you like fall into a death pit or anything. Um, as as you guys are going through, there is a like I won't say crowd, but there's a lot of curious Dracalic fluttering down and greeting you guys as you go, all telepathically. They're like visibly fascinated by the group, especially Purser, who many of the villagers point out with at least 2 arms and squeak about being a place of nightmares excitedly. Um, this is all in Thrycreen, so most of you just get an overly excited, like kind of buzzing sound with the occasional telepathic "Happy Joy to you" as they go on about their tasks um, after you're through. It's just about dark. You see some lights getting lit up in the homes above. Um, but along the way, you notice there's a lot of oversized trees, heavy with light orange fruit, um, like bigger than a pumpkin. And it takes you a moment to recognize these as mangoes, like just absolutely enormous ripe mangoes. Um, some breed of mango tree that the village was built around. Pick these are the main food source, and why your people decided to build here. They supplement it with a lot of hunter gatherer stuff, but this is the main draw.
Mangoes are absolutely choice.
And just huge. Like it takes 2 or 3 of you to carry one when it's ripe. Um, but well, carry it in the air.
Yeah.
Once you guys are led through what must be around half a mile of this village, eventually you come to a complex of nests built into one of the biggest trees you've seen since you left the swamp. It's at least 100 feet tall, and the trunk is thicker around than 2 carriages next to one another. Uh, the Dracalic nests start at about 50 feet from the forest floor here, and are built upwards wherever there's space or a branch big enough to support it. There's about a dozen nearby trees with similar construction, and unlike everywhere else, there's these rope bridges connecting all of it. So it just it looks like if you combine like a lot of squirrel nests with like somebody just spraying silly string over it, kind of. It's wild because there's a lot of bright colors like soaked into things. Um, all right, I'll look at the memes. Yeah. But yeah, there eventually you guys do get to like underneath this enormous like complex. There is a platform tied to long spools of rope made from vines that can be used to lift cargo or people up to the very highest level of the tree. Seems like that's how they expect your friends to get up there.
Excitedly tries to guide them in, like, in. You will go up. Hold on.
There are like there's exactly one safety rail. They seem to like be a little confused why anyone would be too nervous about this. Um, just because you just fly if you get too scared. So you do with a couple ominous creaks, it starts to lift you guys up into the canopy. Is everybody okay with that? Are you guys objecting? Anything like that?
Captain.
That
Nope.
seems fun.
Yep, sounds good to me. Well, I will say I imagine that like all the chittering of the Fry Queen is basically the equivalent of like being near a shit ton of cicadas in the summer.
Yeah, that's a really good description. Yeah, like when there's this many excitedly chittering. Yeah, very cicada-like.
Of course, everybody's got to come look at you because you're the coolest thing that's walked into the village. And Pick is just like, look at these. I bring
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
They are good.
Um, but yeah, spin handle. That take you up. Drell points out like how to make it work, and she flutters off, headed back home. Um, and like as you guys work the handle and you kind of slowly start to rise up, you see that while the nest homes look plain from below, other than the occasional like weird dyes, um, you can see like at I guess face to face level, they're quite well decorated. Usually dyed vines and carved branches depict either skeletons, skulls, sometimes like vaguely ghost or incorporeal things, which is just like a lot of vines to let let dangle, or occasionally the hollowed exoskeleton of a thrycreen. Um, very like Day of the Dead as far as the general um, vibe. But the complex that you're slowly ascending to is easily the most ornately decorated of all, and there's hundreds of carved wooden floating balls, each one just kind of like lifting around the temple, or whatever this is, complex temple. Each one's tethered to the tree with a carefully crafted handle built into it, and like tied to it with rope. They vary in sizes from some of these like balls are like human fist size, some are about like the size of a small boulder. Um, as you go up, one of them bumps into the lift and kind of lazily floats in the opposite direction. But they're just floating wood. Um, and finally, you get to the top of the tree where a wide open platform is designed to hold the lift. Standing on it are four Dracalic. And so far, you guys have just been taking all this in. Is there anything any of you want to do so it's not just me reading, or you cool just listening?
I mean, as far as like something to do, I guess I'm gonna pig out on some of these big old mangoes.
Okay, yeah. Bemi, it's like it's not too hard to find like as you were being led through, you found like one that had dropped early and split open, and it's big enough you just cut off the rotten bits, and yeah, it's like eating it's like eating I don't know like the James and
Mango,
the
but
Giant
bigger.
Peach thing. Well, no, I'm thinking like
Oh, yeah,
where
that's
he's just
yeah,
tons of that. That's kind of the general vibe. But
that's pretty.
yeah, it's definitely it's really sweet, like almost too sweet, realistically. Even for fruit, this is like candy sweet almost. But yeah, as you're munching on fruit and just kind of looking around at this strange place, um, Nick, you see that your teacher, uh, Thra Thra Trin Ka is among the four Dracolic here. He flutters over to you and pats your head with two of his hands, while the other two arms excitedly shake like whatever arms you have available. Happy joy,
Yeah.
Pick! You survived trip back and bring friends you told about. Now we fix Holy City.
Yeah, it is good.
Um,
They
yeah, good.
they fix Holy City, which is the Caracos, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, for his part, Thaw is fairly standard for a Dracolic. He's little over 3 feet. Um, most moth features. Four arms. Most distinctive uh, look is how much white is in the mane of fur around his neck. Um, like Pick, he's getting on in years. He's 16 now, and he's hinted that he's training you to replace him in a year or so.
Yeah.
Um, he
She looks at
wears
the party and gestures to him and Thra Trinka, my teacher, and then introduces each of them with their name.
Yeah. He goes over and like excitedly, like two hands per hand, shakes everyone's hands. He's kind of mimicking when he was at Mishann, he saw people shaking hands, so he's just like one hand on your palm and one hand on the top of your hand, like with all four of his arms shaking. Um, but he's wearing like simple clothes, mainly used for like the many pockets and other useful features. He does have pretty well-made Saurian leather armor, carefully blackened to get rid of its distinctive shine. He's got a short bow like yours, Pick, and on his back, a bunch of stone daggers strapped to the sides of his arms. The other Dracolic come forward once you finished greeting Tha, and one says, Pick-Cha, we welcome you, Dream Vision Kid. This is an older female named Drick Ha. She's wearing a long white silk robe with an ornate staff. Like Tha, she has plenty of weight in her ruff. She's one of the elder priests here in Umber and knows the other islands and their Dracolic communities quite well. She was the one they sent to try and see if she could stir up some support from there. She's always been a bit uptight, but she's probably going to be the next high priest, so it's forgivable. Um, she's standing next to an ancient-looking Dracolic male. He's hunched over with all of his fur pure white, and plenty of like visible cracks in his exoskeleton, which is a little grayed. One of his antennae is badly torn, and the remaining one droops pretty low. Yeah, Pick is from L's Clutch. Not important. Happy joy to have you back, Pick.
Be joy to see you again, Elder. I bring friend
Ah,
and help.
yes. Kind of like sort of tilts his head. This is Grand Priest Ilk Trilka, leader of Umber. He's a powerful magic caster as well as the oldest Thri-kreen in Umber. Supposedly he's in his 20s, but nobody's sure. He seemed to find it funny to give different answers every time anyone asks. The fourth member of the Dracolic that we're greeting you, she doesn't say anything, although she's pretty stands out the most of them. She's missing one of her upper arms, and one of her eyes is like unseeing and looks like it's made of stone. She's equipped similar to what Pick and Thaw have with armor and weapons. Pick, it takes a minute for you to actually recognize her. This is Kachela. She's a fellow guardian that would occasionally train with you, but she was a full year older, so she took the pilgrimage a little while ago. When you saw her, she wasn't missing any limbs or her eye. Oh, that's new.
Vic and Three Cream just goes up to her like, sorry to see you hurt. Are you better now? Doing okay?
Yeah, she just kind of fixes you with like a standard stare and doesn't answer it. We waiting for you some moons, but I tell about you coming with single big sight warriors who help with Holy City.
I help. Are you hurt in Holy City?
He nods.
She nods in
Uh,
return like, sorry.
the Grand Priest moves over to a tiny circle with like small wooden stools. All sit and eat and talk. Warriors need knowledge, help to fight. Um, Drake helps the elderly man get to his seat. Everybody else is encouraged to find a stool. But unfortunately for those of you who are not pick, these stools kind of creak ominously when you try to sit on them. They are low enough to the floor. You're probably better off just sitting. Um,
Okay.
these chairs are not made for big people. Um,
Yeah, Purser will just stand.
yeah, towering over the table. Pick, tell you about monsters in Holy City? As the Grand Priest, looks inquisitively to you guys.
Out of character, I believe she did.
I think she did, yep, but
Yeah.
up to you guys.
So yeah, Purser will just nod.
Ah, monsters come somewhere in Holy City. Not sure where. Kase more near Fort Place, so maybe there? But they come and do things to old statue bodies, bad things. Some statue bodies move again. Not supposed to move. And Pod adds in monsters wrong. I watch careful from shadows, start to feel sick, not want to move again. So I attack. Try and keep from old statue bodies and get rid of sick. Instead, bad snake person come. Snake person do something with eyes, and I start to become like old statue body. I fly away, but arm break off, and I no good.
Is it
Faster.
obvious
Still
what
good.
he's referring to?
Um, Purser, give
Because
me
I know,
yeah,
or at least I can make some good assumptions.
Purser, give me a history or Arcana check with advantage. This is very much up your alley.
25.
Yeah. Um, that sounds like a Medusa, and like you're certain it's a Medusa. Anything else would just be estimation, but
Mhm.
the description of watching them and feeling sick makes you think that there's something very wrong. Like that usually doesn't happen with demons. So
Well,
maybe
there are
something
some
else.
demons that do that, but not
There are
and
some.
be a Medusa.
Yeah, yeah. You can have Purser figure that out if you like. Uh,
Hmm.
but Drick grinds her mandibles in the Dracalic equivalent of a sigh. Wish Dragon here. He stopped bad things in Holy City before, but he gone for moon cycles now. No singing heard in city, just before monsters show.
No dragon seen for many moon cycles?
They give you an affirmative, which translates months. They haven't seen, or more accurately, typically you hear the dragon that calls the city home because he tends to like perch and hum old giant like dirges. It's very odd.
What an asshole. Well, hey, sorry we killed all of you. We just sing your songs in your city. Lol.
Well, sad.
Jeez.
But yeah, they don't have like a ton more information, but they're happy to chitter with you, and they just keep bringing food until you tell them to not bring you food. It's mostly like dried jerky, nuts, and fruit, but yeah, that's the main diet.
You may not be the best people to ask, but do you have mirrors?
They blink a couple of like you see the elder priest just kind of gives a sideways look to Bemmy. Bad luck.
Oh, yeah, I can see why that would be the case.
That's the most polite way that elder could have possibly handled that.
That's too good.
Bad luck. Oh, bad luck.
So they're probably not going to have much reflective material because of that.
But you do know someone or someone there. You guys know of a place to get a lot of mirrors. I will point that out, or at least Bemmy does.
Bemmy,
A lot of mirrors.
Bemmy, didn't you have a mirror with you?
Yeah,
He
I
has
got
a
one right here.
little black mirror, yeah.
How reflective is it? Is it a true reflection?
Yeah, it is, but when you look like it's a true reflection, but it stays kind of black, and you get like a weird you get an odd feeling when you look into it too long.
Well, as long as Bemmy's the one to hold it and doesn't point it at us, because I do not want to feel that again. Put it away, Bemmy.
Okay.
This could work if we can trick a Medusa into looking at its own reflection.
I mean, I could get a mirror. I know where I could get lots of mirrors.
Where?
Go Mima's house. She's got a lot of mirrors. It's kind of her thing. She likes mirrors.
And she lives in the hollow, you know.
Yep.
Down, you know, when you go deep down in the city, she lives down there.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just ask your Mima to take care of this problem?
You don't ask Mima to do things for you. You do things for Mima.
And she would give you a bunch of mirrors if you ask her?
Ask her for some mirrors, yeah. I suppose, yeah, she'd probably give me a mirror.
Well, how far away is she?
Caracos?
So, where the monster is?
Yep. I mean, we on our way there. We might as well.
And we tell Spirit, we check.
When you say where the monster is, the one Dry Queen tribes up. No, monsters. Lots of monsters. The snake lady just, one that made me run.
Oh.
Of course. I mean, I don't mean to be impolitic here, but could this thing be her?
Who is her?
Mima?
Mima's not a snake lady.
Have you ever seen... Oh, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Have you ever seen her and a snake lady in the same room?
That's actually a really good question, DM. I don't know the answer to that.
No, Mima says snake ladies are the devil.
So,
I admit I'm going down a stupid line of reasoning here.
No,
But that
no. Like I like it.
that
okay,
doesn't deny the possibility.
No, absolutely not. No, it's.
Give me a history check to like thinking back about Mima. Mima's, been your Mima. She taught you a lot of stuff. You know her pretty well.
A
Could
history
she be
check?
a snake lady? Yeah, history check.
Is Mima a snake lady? I know for a fact that she has seen scales before.
You talked about them, yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about snake ladies and scales.
You see, Meemaw says the reason that snake ladies are so ornery is they can't find no comb for snake lady hair.
Plus, they're also ornery because the dandruff is just the snake lady's skin just shedding.
I mean, that's
So
what
yeah,
normal dandruff is, but
that's well. I mean, Ludger could point that out to Benny. But yeah, with a 9, that's what you remember.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
Yes,
how
about all I
else.
got.
Sorry, we all talked at once there.
No, I was just saying that's what you remember as with a 9. You know what I will say. Meemaw usually doesn't go out and like do things herself much. Meemaw kind of prefers when people like bring her really funny stories, or at least she thinks they're funny. Yeah, sometimes you don't really get why they're funny.
Sometimes they're really sad,
Yeah,
but she
usually
laughs
they're
at them anyway.
yeah, like she's got a weird sense of humor, but Meemaw does.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's typically she usually don't go out and do stuff.
No. That's why I said earlier, Meemaw don't do stuff for you. You do stuff for Meemaw. Yeah.
Well,
But
Benny,
she's given you gifts before.
Yeah, but I mean, if we ask nice, I'm sure she'd help.
you will be the one asking Benny.
Oh yeah, of
and
course I will.
we will not be visiting Mihima with
You
you.
don't want to visit Meemaw?
No.
I don't mind
Okay.
visit Mima.
Okay, you got one.
wonder what Rutger would for Benny.
For Bammy. Fair enough.
Plus, he's probably, he's somewhat cultured, but I doubt that this is the sort of thing he's heard about. So,
So I would say, as far as Corvair standards, this is like boogeyman and fairy tales. Like that's what you've
Mhm.
heard about is, um, hags typically are credited with a lot of insane shit, but it's fairy tales, so how accurate could it be? Like that could easily be your take.
yeah, pretty much in character. And besides, she raised Benny. How bad can she be?
I'll just gesture at Benny with like my entire hand.
It's just
It's
like the
like that
guys.
sharp.
It's just like the guys who who raised Ludger. Like they weren't too bad.
It raised him from the dead.
Yeah, I was aware of that one. Anyways,
Necromancer is trying to raise a family in peace, man.
but yeah, you guys can plan out what you want to do. Bemmy, you know lots of stuff about back home. You know the ins and outs. You know like all kinds of things. Like honestly, you're just looking forward to getting a chance to show him where you grew up because there's a lot of fun places. There's off the top of your head, there's the you know the archive. That's where you found your token.
Mhm.
That's part of the eastern part of the city. It's like this big tower thing, and it's kind of some of it's flooded and like has stuff growing in it, but that's the whole city. Um, and like if you go through it, you can touch these various like things, and they got memories in them. And like
Mm.
sometimes the memories will talk with you. Some of them are sad, some of them are happy, and some of them are terrible. Uh, Usually you're supposed to bring the sad ones to Meemaw, but um, yeah, like there's the archive, that's fun. Um, there's the you know like that weird fortress place you never went into too much because it was kind of spooky. Um, like it's fun to walk around. They got like a little weird overgrown smithy place, but the basement gave you the heebie-jeebies, and Meemaw told you to not do nothing down there. And yeah, there's like a lot of cool places.
And I would relay that information in Bemmy fashion. But y'all heard him, so I'm not gonna repeat it. But yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff. There's even this big old hall of ghosts. This is.
Honestly, it takes you a moment. You never thought of them as like statue bodies, but one of the things that are on like street corners, they're just very common all around the city.
Oh my god, really?
Are
Oh wow.
like so are any of you familiar with the was it living mummification, I think they call it, where it's like Buddhist
Mm.
monks who just basically
Yeah.
let themselves kind of mummify. Um, there's that was kind of a thing with some of the giants in that ancient city state, where the really devout ones, some of them, would basically just let themselves petrify and join with Karak and yeah, Karak and the Queen of the Dead, and help in like disembodied fashions. Sometimes you can hear voices when you go too near them. Usually they're really quiet, but there's a lot of them. Like there's some areas, the one temple place has like one on each corner of it, and there's all these, basically giant statues of giants. But they wasn't always statues, you think? That's what Meemaw told you.
Hmm.
They were people who sat there until they became stone.
I mean, you gotta sit pretty still to turn to a stone.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
maybe that's what she was talking about when she said, stone bodies ain't supposed to
Yeah.
move.
No, they ain't.
If he
But
conveys that, Pickle asked Ka, Sheila, if she, because she's the one that was saying statue bodies were moving when they weren't supposed to.
Mhm.
And she'll say, in city or
Yep, and just shakes head aggressively. In city, in city. Snake Lady go around and do things and start saying funny words that make that make like head was hurting, and then statue bodies start to like move and such. Well, doesn't say and such. No. Sorry, blending my very shitty accents. Yeah,
yeah.
statue bodies start move.
He said she said words that made your head hurt. What kind of words?
Well, words and like symbol, like they draw things in air with like light or something like on no well light and then draw it in rock and rock like move around and make things. And she sketches out some symbols. Which one
Okay,
sec?
I was about to ask for that, so that's very
Yeah,
helpful.
yeah, yeah. Let's see what the symbol it is. Okay, there it is.
Levamoth?
Let's see. There it is. And yeah, I feel like in-character person probably would recognize this because part of the primer, learn to recognize scary things.
Hmm.
There it is.
So,
Let me.
is that Orlask?
Yeah.
Uh, yep.
It is.
It is the symbol of one of the alien evils, a creature called Orlask, who holds power over stone. Supposedly, it created the Medusas and the basilisks and other such stony creatures.
Eh.
If this thing is a servant of them, it has to be destroyed at all costs.
The Fry Queen are nodding aggressively at that last statement. They were a little confused, but they're down for destroying at all costs.
It's bad. We gotta put that down.
I'm more open to assistance from Me, Ma. He like visibly pauses every time he has to say that word.
I
Me.
love that he's like deliberately Old English pronunciation, you know, like Old English meets the Deep South, you know. Hush puppies. Oh, that sounds repellent.
We will need mirrors.
Mayma's got mirrors.
Email's
But-
got mirrors.
Lots of them. Some of them don't even scream. All right. I think that's a good spot to end it for this session. I hope everybody had fun, and thanks for coming. We're gonna
Yeah.
stop recording.